Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers or beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is far overdue. As a matter of fact, I believe I meant to feature this channel about 2 weeks ago, and I came down with something for about a week and a half, so we had to move all the streams around. But From the Other Side of the Fence has been an incredible supporter for a very long time now, and not just here in Tuber Chat. I see them out supporting others. It's an interesting channel, and actually a channel that inspired me to go and learn a little bit, because I am very familiar with a television show called, what's it called? Yellowstone. Haven't watched it in a while, right? It ended, so now we gotta move on to the spin-offs. Little Ridge Farm is in the house dropping a super chat. John H. Shelton gave us one before. We'll look at those two channels shortly. And I'll get to some more introductions in a moment, but thank you everybody for your patience. So I don't know how many people here will have seen the TV show Yellowstone. It's not a big deal. I just mention it every time I talk about this channel, which is frequently because they're here often. But this is where I got to see for the very first time YouTube videos that are in real life barrel racing. And it was a term that I was introduced to just from the television show and barrel racing itself. I don't want to sound like I think I know what I'm talking about, because I certainly don't. I'm still learning from this channel. But barrel racing is a type of event that will typically be found in a rodeo, and From the Other Side of the Fence has an interesting perspective, because this channel is run by the father of a teenage barrel racer. So I'm hoping everybody will check this out and see the accomplishments that this barrel racer has been racking up, because it's really interesting to see. And I personally took a moment just to look up barrel racing so I could see what on earth the truth is, because we can't take it from television and movies, right? Of course. But it's really interesting and wonderful to see somebody who has such a connection with their horse, for instance, which plays a big part in this. I managed to talk to them about it for a quick second in another chat at one point, and I'm really impressed. So I've got my eye on the channel. I'm sure you will too after connecting with them. 191 subscribers right now. They've got a bunch of shorts videos. I'll just show you how these are doing. These have already gotten into the thousands of views. One's past 6,000, which is great. And they've got quite a few videos. So we'll be looking forward to hopefully some more in the coming months. And other than that, hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push them towards the 200 subscribers that they're thinking about. Again, this was overdue. I meant to feature them a while back, so I'm glad we are starting to catch up. Natalie Nicole ASMR is in the house. I've got them on the wheel, and I know we had a couple of brand new channels in the chat earlier. Rushing Wind Mountain is going to be added to the wheel right now, and the reason why is because they were with us last Tuesday, and I see them out supporting creators all the time, but our internet cut off just when it was about to be their turn to be on the screen. So I'm just putting them on there right now. The Numismaniac is a fellow Canadian. Thank you. They sent a highlighted milestone message earlier saying we're either growing or disintegrating, but never staying the same. And I wanted to respond, but just say as long as that's not happening to our silver stacks, then we're all going to be okay. But we see numbers here on YouTube fluctuate all the time, and I'm sure it's true in many aspects of life. The Numismaniac, I'm going to get them onto the screen right after Little Ridge Farm, and they are another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. ScratchingPPA, of course, is in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom. He is a beloved and dedicated moderator, to say the least, a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. He's here with us every single day. Michael's Adventures wishes he could be and is just out working. We all have to do what we have to do. I'm actually going to be moving around the Tuber Chat live streams much more now. And some of you may not know that I actually work outdoors 2 to 3 days a week. And that has started for me now. I live in Niagara Falls, Canada. I'm usually around Toronto or between there and Niagara. And the good weather months are now upon us. So it's time for me to go out and pick up a shovel and a pickaxe and do what we might call real work. I don't know. Stuff I wouldn't wish on anybody. But I'm happy to be outdoors a little bit. And the tan is already going to have set in by the weekend. Makeup Mom and Son is in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel. I've got a lot of names on there right now. And Makeup Mom and Son also happens to be a gold member. So we see her channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream like this. And her link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, as we will see. As well, Traveler Bust is on the wheel with Growing What I Eat. Lisa J. Stocks and Roadhog were early in the door. Frank Turzo and the Bud Files are both here with Foxy's Friends and Charlene Heel, which we know as Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. Rock Chick Beauty's in the house from the UK. Good to see you here. I know it's very late. And John H. Shelton also from the UK, so thank you both for being here. Just Jason Keto and Cricket 208 are both on the wheel with Natalie Nicole ASMR. And I just put Four Corners Custom Products on there because they happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Superchatters get put on the screen right away in order, but it is all open to everyone. So after a long period of time, probably an hour and a half to 2 hours, I will start adding names to our wheel from our chat list, and then eventually we'll get them on the screen and talk about them. Consume the Goodness is in the house. And then I'm just going to have a quick look. Together We Travel. Thank you for being here. Coffee Walks and Whatever's in the house as well. Gail Southern Living is here. Johnny Small Prepper. So I do it every time. I do it almost every time. Last time I got it right. Johnny Small Pepper. I don't know why I keep saying that. And Curto House Music, good to see you in the house. Lark's Homesteadish is here, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I know we had a brand new channel at the beginning of the chat, but they were here quite early, and I'm not sure if they were still here after we started, because it's already been like getting on 40 minutes or so. Pardon me just for a quick second. We'll be right back, and we'll get moving. Coastal Water is in the house, and M&T Living and Cooking is here. I caught them for a live stream today, actually. They both happen to be members, so I'll get them onto the wheel right away. And again, we're looking at From the Other Side of the Fence, which is bringing us the view from the other side of the fence, literally, as the parent of a teenage barrel racer. So I hope everybody will connect with them. Oh, Colonel House Music. Your channel has house music videos, but the views are low on the videos. So any tips would be great. So the best I can say is, number one, following the analytics, right? If you're always looking at the analytics, whether you enjoy them or understand them or not, after a long period of time, you'll start to see patterns. The idea is that we're not always looking for what we're doing wrong. We're looking for what we're doing right. So when you have a video that gets a bunch of views, especially if it's a video that's already been published and starts to get a few more views, then you want to see what's happening. The analytics will tell you. There's a lot of information in there. Consistency is key. Posting a video once a week is enough to make a channel grow organically. The things we talk about here and the other things that we do speed that process up. Filling out all of the information possible when you're publishing a video, like the description, considering a decent title. You have to experiment with that. Putting tags and hashtags together thoughtfully can all help. The thumbnail is essential. Your analytics can tell you how your thumbnails are performing as well. And just so you know, it is not something that's moving fast or anything like that, but all the same music that you hear in the background of Tuber Chat right now is royalty-free music that we own outright, and available on another channel. So if you look at our front page, you'll be able to go to the bottom and see our copyright-free music channel, and you can see what we've done there and get an idea as to some ideas. You can look at the descriptions and things and see exactly the way I do it. What I try not to do here is tell everybody what they should or shouldn't do. The idea is that we discuss different things. I bring my experience as well, and the idea is the more we discuss, the more tips and tricks we can give each other. We can all make better decisions, myself included, because I constantly strive to improve. I've also got some other music on a personal channel, but that's all copyright stuff. That's all commercial stuff. So a bit of a different animal over there. Rock Chick Beauty, thank you for the super chat. She's done that countless times, and I do appreciate the extra generous support. We're going to put your channel up right after the Numismaniac. And we're going to get moving on channels right now. John H. Shelton dropped a super chat right before we started, so we'll get that channel up on the screen right now. He is from the UK. He's actually got 2 channels now. He opened up a second one again. And John H. Shelton is more of what I'd like to almost call a filmmaker than anything else. He does a lot of different types of art on his channel. He might be talking video games. He might be singing. He might be bringing us poetry. All kinds of different stuff. He's a huge Godzilla fanatic. First of all, a lot of movie reviews and a lot of shout outs for other creators as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with him and see what I'm talking about. Corner Clubhouse Cobalt, good to see you in the house. Paul Green Space has been here frequently lately, so thank you for that. Hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. If anybody's mentioned something that you meant for me to see specifically, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Backlash Fisherman is in the house. He's never too far behind coastal water. And that's a husband and wife combo. So now they've got 2 chances to be on the screen a little bit faster. Day One Adventures is also here as a member, so we'll get them on the wheel. And, I'm sorry, you're going to have to pardon me for 1 more second, and then we should be good to go. And, oh, thank you, Paul's Green Space. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly to say hello or drop a thumbs up in the chat. RR Vlogs, good to see you in the house. Consume the goodness. Thank you so much for the positive note in the chat. So John H. Shelton as well. Let's see what he's done with his second channel here. First of all, I'm going to take his second latest one. This one's got a few more minutes than the other. And I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, which is a playlist. We lovingly here call it catch-up. That was named by our friend Ghostly Winds from Australia. And that's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. I find that playlists can be a great tool. So one of the things we talk about here often is if you would like to swap playlists with other creators for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I'm just looking for John H. Shelton's second channel. Hopefully this is it. This is not going to be it, but we'll see what he's got here anyway. I think it's a website, right? Yeah, it's just a website. Okay, sorry, John H. Shelton. For whatever reason, I don't see the... Is it Mr. Shelton TV2? The handle? It might be. No. Okay, pardon me for that. Let's get to our next channel. But thank you, John H. Shelton, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. He's done that many times before as well. So has Little Ridge Farm. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. Little Ridge Farm, I caught on a live stream as well. He was live today, and forgive me, actually, Little Ridge Farm, I'm not sure if I said hello. I think I left your stream running. Because I was literally just headed out to work. Yeah, 10 hours ago. This is it right here. And I think you were working on that. You weren't right up by the camera either, if I'm mistaken. Somebody said nice ponytail, by the way. I did catch that in the chat. But Little Ridge Farm, that's Mark right there. And this creator's got an interesting story. Their channel encompasses everything that goes on in their life. Sometimes they're with their daughter Kira here. Sometimes they are doing StreamYard panels. They often take us around the property for a story to be told or a look around. And a little bit more variety in the videos. But Mark, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They had a story happen. It's not what the channel's about. It's just one small aspect of it. I say small, but you'll know what I mean in a second. Their home literally burned down this year. And they're in the process right now of recouping and rebuilding. And we get to follow that story as well. You'll find Mark on lots of different StreamYard panels, generously sharing his input as well to other people's content. Lena Doyle Crafting, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Kaiser GamingYT is actually Chris's CleverCraft. And I'm going to put them on the wheel right now because they happen to be a member. This is a second channel from Chris's CleverCraft where he brings us video gameplay and tons of it actually. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And I didn't know what to expect today because we haven't done a Wednesday stream in a while, and we haven't done a late one like this in a while. But we expect to be here for at least another couple of hours. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, but I do appreciate everybody coming in. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Little Ridge Farm, and we'd love to push them towards the 1,400 subscribers that we know that they're thinking about. So thank you again, Mark, for another super chat. Like I said, absolutely unnecessary. And very much appreciated, though. That's funny that Fanatic Guide is coming in. I was just thinking about you. And forgive me, First Floor Audio dropped a super chat as well. And I didn't mean to skip over that. I'm always talking at a mile a minute, as we know. First Floor Audio is going to come up right after Rock Chick Beauty because of that super chat, and then we'll get to spinning the wheel shortly. The Newman's Maniac is a fellow Canadian as well. And Fanatic Guide, I was just thinking about you for a second, not for any particular reason, just, you know, you think about like your own YouTube journey, your friends, and a lot of loyal supporters and things like that. Fanatic Guide has been a friend of well over 2 years now, well over 2.5 years now, actually. But they hit some major milestones recently. They had a video hit, I think it was 100,000, right? And then they had, I think they've hit 3,000 subscribers, if I'm right. But I'm just curious to see how you're doing now, because I know it's been another month or so. Tuber Chat was off for about a week and a half there. So the Newman's Maniac is a fellow Canadian, and they're going to talk to us about numismatic collectible coins and silver stacking and precious metals. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I've actually caught them a few times in their live streams. Maybe not as recently as I thought, actually. I'm putting some notifications on for some that they've got coming up in a couple of weeks here. One's actually coming up in a few days, and then it looks like they've got one each week afterwards. And then this is where I caught them, yeah, a week and a half ago. But they do StreamYard panels. They talk to a lot of other creators. The conversation can go just about anywhere once they start. But you can see here on the banner an example, not to mention the thumbnails, of a lot of the different types of things they're going to do. If you look at this specific thumbnail right here, you'll see Santa Claus, and it's interesting because this particular creator, I think they might even have 3 channels actually, and forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but this is a second channel that they run pretty much during the month of, I believe, November and December, but December for sure, where they allow people to reach out to Santa Claus and get personalized messages, which is really, really cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter as well. 760 subscribers they have right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 800 that they're thinking about. Chris's Rail Fanning Adventures, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs are here also. And let's get them on the wheel because they happen to be a member. Now, again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody or making many mistakes yet, but we'll see. Next up, we're going to get, for the same reason, to Rock Chick Beauty. So thank you again, the Numismaniac, for your super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. And Rock Chick Beauty's done that countless times as well. She's from the UK. If anybody as well has not already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Of course, even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Chris's Rail Fanning Adventures, thank you for the super chat. He has done that 100 times as well. We long ago knew that creator as Bugsy Cruiser, and has recently been bringing us a lot of rail fanning videos, so we'll check those out. He's actually posting frequently. It got to like once a day. We'll see how he's doing shortly. So Rock Chick Beauty is another friend of well over 2.5 years, and she is somebody with an interesting story as well, because she, at one point, we're getting on 2 years ago now, I believe, a year and a half for sure, reset and restarted her channel. And the idea behind that is that we might think to ourselves, could I do better the second time around? Or could I move faster, right? What if I take what I've learned and apply it the second time? And this is why we've seen the presentation as being such a focus on this channel. Rock Chick Beauty is doing all kinds of stuff to captivate the audience when it comes to presentation. What I mean by that is when we look at her thumbnails, I see I'm behind in the videos, I'll clean that up in a second, but when we look at the thumbnails, you see every single video gets its own thumbnail, but she gets this consistent look, and some of these are from these bright bold headshots, but she also matches it with her banner and her avatar, which are updated frequently. She usually updates those things when it comes to holidays or other significant worldly events and things like that, which is cool. Chocolate Drop, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And Rock Chick Beauty started with beauty, but what she does more than anything else are hauls or product reviews, sometimes monthly subscription box type unboxings videos and things like that, and now lots of sponsored videos as well, which is really cool. So I'm just going to take her latest video, I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and that it will help me keep caught up with her and make sure I don't fall behind. She's working on 1,100 subscribers right now, and I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. We know that she, like I said, for a long period of time now has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, but she's somebody who engages conversation as well, and she's joined a lot of people in the Tuber Chat family for StreamYard panels, I believe with at least Corinne's Life, if not a couple of others. We've been together on a couple of panels, but certainly Corinne's Life as a minimum. 12 Stones Ranch, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, pardon me. And this is a talented music producer and performer from the UK as well, as a matter of fact, First Floor Audio. So thank you, Rock Chick Beauty. Thank you, First Floor Audio, for your super chats. I really do appreciate those. Both of these creators have done that many times. First Floor Audio is interesting because they make all their music available on the channel, but most often what you're going to find from them are live streams where they allow us to interact and influence them. So Lee is the creator behind this channel. He's sometimes joined, especially on StreamYard panels with a few other people, and he might be singing or producing or performing, sometimes even all at the same time, as a matter of fact, it seems. And one of the things I find compelling about what Lee does on his channel is that I've been lucky enough to be involved in the music business in a past life, and a lot of times when you find music producers, you see that they stick to a genre or two, but First Floor Audio seems pretty diverse, and you get an idea of that in a series that he's got here. I've put the notification on for the next one, which is coming up tomorrow, but this is Radio 1FA, and this is where he makes compilations of his musical productions available. But the magic on this channel, I believe, is in the live streams, and I've caught him many times. So hopefully you will as well. We'd love to push him towards the 1,200 subscribers that he's thinking about, and he is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. You hear me say a lot of the same things a lot of the time. Not that they are not true, it's just that we've done this now 560 something times. So you can imagine Scratch and Pete's had to hear it thousands of times, literally. Chris's Rail Fanning Adventures is up right now as well. If anybody has the ability to share this stream out, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So, Chris's Rail Fanning Adventures, like I said, this is actually a longtime friend. He also dropped a super chat on us. And so, we've got his channel up. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but the wheel and the screen are open to everybody. So, after a while, it'll probably be a long while by the look of it, but after a while, I will add some names to the wheel from our chat list, and that goes based on who's been most active. So, my hint in that is to say that engaging true conversation with other creators is really the key to speeding things up. Those most active are the ones who get moved up the list a little bit faster. And for anybody that is brand new to Tuber Chat, the suggestion for how to get the most value out of the time here is always to reach out to other creators first. We live wholeheartedly here with generosity at the forefront of our mind. The idea, of course, is that we give much more than we expect to receive, and by that token, we want to make the first move. A lot of people who've been with Tuber Chat for a long time will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat. They will say hello, but they will not fish or try to connect right away until they get an idea as to how much of a loyal and dedicated supporter you may be, and they might take days, weeks, or even months to make that assessment. Toya Renee Talks, good to see you in the house. Dixie Cuddle Fitness is here. I caught them for another premiere this morning, I believe, yes. And Chris's Rail Fanning Adventures has posted some shorts. And look at these. One of these has already popped. Over 4,800 views, which is great. So hopefully that continues. I'm sure it will. Chris's Rail Fanning Adventures is posting frequently. So it was looking like almost once a day. But it's a few times a week now, as we can see. I'm going to take the latest video, put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to stay caught up with him, make sure I don't fall behind. And 834 subscribers already. This is another creator who we might be able to start saying, you know, would I do even better or move even faster the second time around, because we knew this creator with another channel for a long time. But he's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time as well. We'd love to push him towards the 900 subscribers that he's thinking about. And then Mama 4 Boys, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then Kaiser GamingYT is hoping to get fiber internet soon. I'm in a place where actually we have it. Today I happen to be in Toronto, or close to Toronto. So we have that really good 5G fiber optic, amazing, you know, Elon Musk-ish kind of stuff. But even that, once in a while, wants to flake out on us. Hopefully not today. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get a channel up on the screen. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs will be happy because they are here with us frequently. They happen to be a member as well right now. And they will be willing to swap playlists. This I know for sure. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them, but you're free to reach out to anybody at all in the chat if you'd like to swap playlists with other creators for the purpose of gaining watch hours by simply saying, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. And if you say that, other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you are willing to swap playlists, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs will definitely be willing to do that. They're aggressively working on their channel, doing all of the things that we kind of described a few minutes ago, talking about things like considering thumbnails, but they're working on analytics. They're in them all the time. They're looking at ways to maximize the effectiveness of their descriptions, considering titles, tags, hashtags, and then promotion as well. One of the things I should talk about at some point is the idea that on the latest video that I posted on my own channel, it was a live stream, but I literally used ChatGPT and this time just copied and pasted. Copied the title. I asked ChatGPT for about 10 titles to choose one from, which I did. and I copied and pasted a lengthy description from ChatGPT, and I didn't change it at all. And it actually has worked out the smallest bit better than I probably would have done if I had not done that, if I'd have just written it myself. So interesting stuff. But Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs are interested in these types of tests and experiments as well, to look at what their descriptions are doing, to look at what their tags are doing, to look at their titles. The analytics always give us the key as to what is working for us or what might be detrimental as well. So that's an idea. Shaheem of the Dead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time of if that's what you would like. And Black Guns and Gardens, good to see you in the house. Longtime friend there. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs, obviously, is a family vlogging channel. Their video editing skills are great. The one time that I really noticed was in their end of the year compilation, if you want to call it that. Their roundup, and they do that every year. But so, Fanatic Guide, it's still going to have to percolate in the system for a while, but you'll be able to see it. It's on my personal channel. The last live stream that I did, I was walking around Niagara Falls. It was just over an hour. And what I did exactly, because I do this every time, the thing, and forgive me because I know I'm going to dance around this now. I'll get back to Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs and their content in a second. But it's appropriate to talk about it here because I know they're working on these kinds of things. Not necessarily ChatGPT or anything like that, but they're very focused on tags, descriptions, and things like that. So when I use ChatGPT, and maybe we can do, if there's time, if everybody wants to, let's say an hour from now later, we'll do, I'll do a tutorial. I'll show everybody exactly how I use ChatGPT so that you can see whether it's a tool that you would like to use or other AI tools like Jasper and other ones as well. The way that I do it, though, just to describe right this second, is you have to consider the input that you're giving the system. And this goes for everything on, it doesn't have to be online, but everything on a computer, right? Computer-based, internet-based. You want to consider how you're asking questions and the feedback you expect to get. So if you say, write me a title for Tim Hortons ice cream, you know, the system isn't really going to understand. You're talking about YouTube. And what do you mean? A title about what about Tim Hortons ice cream? So you may not get the feedback you're looking for. If you say, write me a script for a YouTube video for Tim Hortons ice cream, you're moving a step in the right direction. And then if you say, write me a lengthy, keyword-rich speech of 3 minutes about Tim Hortons ice cream for a YouTube video, then you might get even better feedback. So you can experiment with it. You can ask it 100 times, right? And it'll, you know, it's there most of the time now. They've gone through some rapid growth pains or growing pains and things like that. So it's like online, offline, available, not available, whatever. But if you wait a few minutes, it's usually there. And you can try that out. So I would say write a lengthy, keyword-rich description about, let's say, Niagara Falls. It's probably exactly what I typed in the other day. And sure enough, the output comes. And then my suggestion for everybody is always never to copy and paste like I just said I did, but to use it as inspiration. Change it up, make it yours. There's all kinds of talk about whether Google can tell if something's been used with ChatGPT. The way that that would work is that if you use ChatGPT or another AI system, it would automatically get cataloged in Google or another search engine or plagiarism type things, and then Google will know, oh, that exact set of paragraphs was written by ChatGPT. But I don't know if I buy that right now or whether it matters. I don't know whether I buy the idea that it matters, is a better way of putting that. So it's just a thought. Rambling with the Brooms, another fellow Canadian. That's Scott. Thank you for coming in. The Bullock Experience is here, as he is just about every single day. Sister Winnie has been posting a lot lately. Quite a few live streams. She celebrated a birthday a few days ago. And, again, we're talking about Mike and Rihanna family vlogs. So forgive me, they're getting some extra screen time here. But they have been the kind of creators to reach out, wanting to connect with others. Always excited about their YouTube journey, but always willing to share information as well, for which I'm grateful. And like I said, a family vlogging channel. They might take us indoors, outdoors. They're from Medicine Hat, Alberta, and they might be taking us on adventures, or they might be just hanging out, doing a live stream. Types of Q&As and things like that are what happens during those live streams as well. I try to catch them when I can, as you can see. And now I see they've got some familiar faces there. Eddie Lugo Studios, Destination Fun, and a few others. There's Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs in the thumbnail. They're using that StreamYard system now that allows simulcasting of the live stream on different channels based on the participants. So, Fanatic Guide, forgive me, I know that was a very long-winded answer, as most of mine usually are. And I don't know how late it is for everybody, because I'm in the Eastern time zone. It's 10 p.m. now. I know for some creators who are with us regularly, it will be very late. And for others, it will be very early. I do appreciate everybody being here. But if everybody would like I said, before we finish the stream today, we should be here for another hour and a half at least, then I will do a ChatGPT tutorial for everybody if you would like to. If you would like to see that. So, the Bullock Experience is here, and this is Kelly Bullock. He's somebody who now has broken off into a second channel, which we'll look at in another moment. This creator's with us almost every day and out supporting other creators, just like Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs are out every day supporting other creators as well, which is great. I'm always happy to run into everybody when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams as much as I can myself as well. So, the Bullock Experience, I'm just going to take your latest video and put this in my catch-up list. That's just my playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. He's got quite a few shorts now, and these are getting into the thousands of views, which is great to see. Live streams are something that happens frequently. He might be fishing, or he might be hosting a StreamYard panel. And the conversation can go just about anywhere once it starts, but it always starts with catfishing. So, let's look next at Gaming Experience with Kelly. And this is where the Bullock Experience brings us video gameplay. They've been getting into some WWE lately, but they've also got into American Truck Simulator, as well as this I've seen for the first time on this channel, Fishing Sim World Pro Tour, as well as Call of Duty and Minecraft. So some popular stuff there, and hopefully we'll see more very soon. 38 subscribers already. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther on the road to the first 100. And then, yeah, Shaheem of the Dead. It'll be interesting. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see your channel. I put as many channels on the screen as I can within about 2.5 to 3 hours every time we're here. Not every channel gets on every day, but we try. And it takes quite a long time. But if possible, we'll get your channel on the screen and we'll have a look at exactly what you do. But it's great to let everybody know. MultiHunter247 is a longtime friend as well. And a very supportive channel. Kat Lynn is here as a member, so I'm going to get them on the wheel right away. And, again, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I'll spin the wheel, and we'll get another channel ready to go. We're expecting now, by the way, not to be back until Saturday. I'm expecting to do Saturday and Sunday. Sunday is Mother's Day for us in Canada, and I believe the United States as well. And Four Corners Custom Products is coming up right now. The idea on Sunday, I will have family obligations. I'm still going to try to do a stream if I can. It will be late that day, later than usual. But Saturday and Sunday are expected. For now, I'll post them as soon as I can. I'm a little bit behind. Slim Jim Longfoot, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Four Corners Custom Products LLC is an incredibly supportive creator, generous, loyal, and dedicated to say the least. And not just here in Tuber Chat. I see them out supporting other creators with all kinds of generosity all the time. And Four Corners Custom Products is an interesting channel because they're going to give us a behind-the-scenes look at how merchandise is made. They print everything from hats to mugs to shirts to vinyl stickers and just about anything that can be printed. And it's interesting because we can use this channel as a resource as well when it's time for us to think about merchandise for our own channels or businesses behind them as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to them. They post frequently, almost every day, as a matter of fact, in most cases. These are quite short videos lately, but I'm going to take the latest one. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. They also do a lot of live streaming, as we can see. We'll look at the shorts for just a second and see that some of these are starting to get into well over 1,000 views. And when I go back to the videos, I saw a premiere coming up in a couple of days, so I've got a notification on for that. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and pushing them towards the 4,200 subscribers they're going to be thinking about. So let's spin the wheel. Araya's World, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Chris's CleverCraft is coming up. This is another creator that's got two channels. One of them is a gaming channel. That's Kaiser GamingYT that we saw in the chat. And Chris's CleverCraft, pardon me, is somebody who also has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. He is somebody who brings fun everywhere that he goes. And that's either here in Tuber Chat with engaging conversation or on other channels in premieres and live streams where I've run into him what feels like a zillion times as well. Now, Chris's CleverCraft is somebody who also cares very much about his YouTube community. And the number one thing I hear from YouTubers is the friendships that are made along the way is their favorite part of their YouTube journey. I believe that's probably the case for Chris's CleverCraft because he's been a great friend both to myself and a lot of other creators. Yarn again, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And Chris's CleverCraft now is working on 600 subscribers on this channel. When we look here, I see he's got brand new videos here. I'm going to put the latest one into my catch-up list. This is my playlist to keep caught up with creators. He's got an interesting property and he gives us a look around. See, if this was Grand Theft Auto, I'd be looking at that tank. I don't know if that's a propane tank or an oil tank or exactly what these are, because I don't have one. That's why I don't know exactly what it is. I have to speculate. But in Grand Theft Auto, we would be trying to shoot that and see if it's going to explode. So hopefully he's not doing that on his own property. But Chris's CleverCraft is going to give us a look around, and he's going to give us some gameplay. So while what I'm saying probably sounds absolutely ridiculous, Chris's CleverCraft might laugh just because I know he's bringing us gaming content as well. So Chris's CleverCraft will give us do-it-yourself videos. He's done series of live streams, as a matter of fact, and he shows us a lot of different aspects of getting value, not only out of work that is done, but also bartering. Also, which is really cool, he's done some unboxing videos, shout-out videos. They're ScratchingPPA right there. And then live streams are something that has been frequent also. Shorts videos I haven't looked at in a while, but he's already got one of these over 6,200 views, so hopefully those will continue. When we look at Kaiser GamingYT, this is the gaming channel from Chris's CleverCraft, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him here as well. 377 subscribers. We'd love to push him a little bit farther towards the 400 he's thinking about. I'm just going to take this video right here. I'm not sure if I know this game. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to somewhat think about staying caught up here. It's almost impossible because Kaiser GamingYT, he is posting constantly. You can see every day as a minimum but I think he's even done multiple times a day. Some of the videos are starting to get into the thousands of views, which is great, and that's likely going to continue. When we look at shorts over here, I haven't seen these yet, I don't think, but these are starting to get into the thousands of views. I'm sure that's going to continue as well. One thing that we've heard lately is that shorts videos, including gaming content, can do very well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll see what's coming up next. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Jedi Cameron is in the house. That's another creator who brings us video gameplay. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody, but as long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And one more thing I'll ask for. We're almost at 70 thumbs up already, so thank you, everyone. That's only 45 minutes in. If you have the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals that are sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So, Rambling with the Brums is going to come up in 3 minutes. Alright, we're back, and luckily Scott, who we see in the thumbnails on this channel, is a dear friend, happens to be a fellow Canadian, but luckily because we're all friends here, he will be forgiving. I don't know why I do it, it's out of habit. I, for the longest time, called this channel Rambling with the Brums, but it's Rambling with the Brooms. And usually I get it right, I think. But, yes, forgive me for that. It's just for having said it 100 times. That's my excuse for today. Scott is somebody who is a dear friend, not just to me, but to a lot of other creators. He very much takes an interest in other creators' YouTube journeys and wants to help others grow, hitting different milestones and introducing us to new channels all the time, especially in his live stream series. He has two popular ones, Procrastination Thursday and Saturday Shenanigans. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. He also does a lot of shorts videos, and we can see that these are starting to pop into well over 1,000 views. One's caught over 76 well over 1,000 views. One of them's caught over 7,600 views, which is great. That will likely continue. I haven't caught him for one of the live streams, I guess, for a while. Just last week, I guess, but he's done more than I thought this week, which is great. Oh, I wish for the life of me I was going to one of these meetups. One of the things you'll notice is he builds friendships with other creators as well. That's the mod father right there. That's Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. These creators are together all the time. And thank you, Come Hither with Heather. I noticed you said you're on the road, so thank you for being here. They're from Australia. Rambling with the Brooms and Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa have put together a cruise, meaning on a cruise ship, and that is something scheduled to happen in August of 2025. And you know, a lot of times cruises are booked well in advance, like that, a year or two in advance. But they've given us lots and lots of time. The goal is to try to book 100 rooms of YouTubers and supporters for a cruise that's going to go to Alaska out of Seattle. And you can get more information from both of them. But that's just one tiny thing that they do. These creators both, you know, Scott is who we're looking at here from Rambling with the Brooms. Like I said, fuses friendships together. He introduces us to a lot of channels. He very much takes an interest in everybody's YouTube journeys. He learns a lot about his friends and supporters on YouTube. So when he's describing channels, he will very much, you can hear the inside jokes between him and other creators. You will hear the different things that he'll reference, knowing what's going on, you know, with other creators. He's the kind of person to check in if somebody's been, you know, missing for a few days or weeks and things like that. So I hope everybody will connect with Scott from Rambling with the Brooms. Like I said, a fellow Canadian, but he's been a dear friend, and he brings fun everywhere that he goes as well. So I know you'll have fun when you get there. Destination Fun, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know Songbits Laura is here. I got you on the wheel. We'll spin right now. And if I missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I will keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. The next channel that we're about to talk about is the Bud Files, and these creators are everywhere all the time. I run into them constantly, and today's even a perfect example. I sneak in when I can. You know, I know I mentioned this, I don't need to go overboard with it, but I happen to work outdoors Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so I can't be on. And almost impossible. I'm often either driving or running a piece of equipment, stuff like that. I can't be on the phone either. But in between, so before work, after work, if I happen to get in front of a computer at some point midday and things like that, I hop in. Bud Files seems to be there. So they're in all kinds of other creators' premieres, live streams, literally seeming to be everywhere all the time. Now, they're posting frequently. I'm going to take one of their latest videos here and put this into my catch-up list. They just put this up today, actually, and then they do a lot of live streaming as well. The idea behind the channel is that they are modern-day archaeologists. They seek to uncover history and digitally preserve it in video. They bring us to abandoned places, graveyards, cemeteries, and the like. But there's a lot more variety on the channel, as a matter of fact. So first of all, in the shorts, we get to see some of that. Some of these have started to pop into the thousands of views, one over 15,000. And then when we get into the live streams, we can see that they're going to take us on all kinds of adventures, sometimes outdoors, sometimes indoors. They might be playing a game or singing and dancing or doing both at the same time. They might be taking us outside as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They're closing in on 1,200 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Andre Southgate I caught for a live stream, actually. I think it was yesterday. But it's good to see you in the house. Thank you for being here. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. And it looks like it's going to be some travel and event-based content from Day One Adventures. And we'll see what they've got going on. And forgive me, so Frank Terzo might have asked. Thank you, ScratchingPPA, by the way, for responding to that. I forgot about that for a second there, but I noticed at the beginning of the break that we went on there. Talking about the idea of swapping playlists. Today I'm going a little bit too much, I think, but I mention it frequently, and it's something that we don't facilitate here. I have nothing to do with it. I just mention it because I know it's helpful to creators. First of all, for watch hours in the traditional sense. If you get somebody running a playlist of your videos, of course that's great for your watch hours, but there's other aspects of it, and it's the reason why I push it so hard. First of all, if somebody's running a playlist of your videos, they're running every video from beginning to end, which means that's going to bump up the averages on your entire channel in the smallest fraction at a time, but for retention, right? And the way I describe it most often is to think of a race car driver. They're always trying to take 1/10 of a second off of their lap time, for instance. Not that I know anything about racing, but again, TV and movies, right? But when we talk about our YouTube videos, we always want people watching longer. If they're watching for 1 minute and 15 seconds on average, you want them watching for 1 minute and 20 seconds on average. You want to increase and increase and increase. And the analytics can help us, but one of the things that can also help is connecting with other creators who will build friendships with you, true friendships, and be interested in your YouTube journey and therefore favor you and watch most of what you're going to come up with from now and possibly even forever. Literally, beyond weeks and months, our stories go into years now, if that makes sense. So when we talk about swapping playlists, it's a simple arrangement where you agree to run a playlist of videos for another creator. They agree to run a playlist of your videos. And it's an easy thing to do because you're not obligated to sit and watch every single second of every video. So you can do it when you work, when you sleep, when you eat, when you go out. Somebody like myself, for instance, usually sets up a playlist to run overnight, while I'm sleeping, or if I head out for the day. A lot of times I'll leave streams running, I'll leave a playlist running and things like that, if you're able to do it. And you can imagine by getting a lot of other creators to do that, your hours are really going to stack up. But again, it's the friendships that are made, and that's the reason I push it so much. So if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other right now, just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. And that can help as well. Yes, running a playlist will also help with views, retention. It helps everything, right? The more people are watching, the more it helps. But the reason why I push it so much is the friendships that are made, right? That's the ulterior motive that I have. And the idea then is that as you build your YouTube channel, as you build your community, some of your closest friends and followers are going to be people that you've met at TuberChat. And the idea then is, of course, when people ask you how you did it, when you start to get to 1,000 subscribers, or 2,000 or 5,000 or beyond, you're going to have no choice but to say, well, one of the places that I went to was Superchat, and I met a lot of great people there, and these are the kind of things we hear. And then this continues to grow as well. Derek's Journey's in the house. He brings fitness first, but gives us a great look at the family behind Derek's Journey. And another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. As well, Day One Adventures is up here right now. So they tell us events, travel, movies, and food. I'm just going to take their latest video and put this into my playlist that I use to keep caught up with creators in Wilmington, Delaware, near Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And they're going to bring us different types of events and travel type videos. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. When we look at the shorts, we see that these are starting to pop into even over 3,100 views, which is great. That will likely continue. The idea is, of course, that we're building a catalog of videos. If you're somebody that streams, you're likely going to stream dozens, if not hundreds of times over the course of your YouTube journey, maybe even more. When it comes to videos, we're building, hopefully, a catalog of what will eventually be hundreds of videos. There are 306 here right now of everything all together, and the same goes for shorts. The idea is not necessarily that we're trying to make a video that everybody's going to like. That would be nice, but the better way of thinking about it, because not every video hits, of course, is to build a catalog of, let's say, 100 shorts videos, knowing that some of those are going to pop, and some of them will start to carry the others, as a matter of fact, as well. Just Jason Keto is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. Again, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, we're now at 79. So thank you for that. Hopefully everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. And even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Sometimes you walk into a premiere or a live stream and get captivated by the content or the conversation and just need a friendly reminder to give that thumbs up. That's why we do it for each other all the time. Just Jason Keto is somebody who brings us shorts videos and live streams as well. He is going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, and a keto-based diet, or dare I say, lifestyle. And, you know, it's always my opinion that everybody, almost everybody on the planet, could eat a little bit healthier, live a little bit healthier, and things like that. And Just Jason Keto is going to help us by understanding, first of all, what's involved in a keto-based diet or lifestyle, but also giving us tips, tricks, and I always say hacks when I talk about this channel, because sometimes he'll find products that are meant to be a part of the keto-based diet or lifestyle, and he'll show us how to get even more value out of some of the things we might be picking off a shelf, let's say at a grocery store or a health food store and things like that. I'm going to take the latest video. This is really short, but I'm going to put this into my catch-up list just to stay caught up. He does a lot of live streaming as well. And Just Jason Keto will bring on StreamYard panelists. He often chops these into videos as well, so we can get bite-sized, no pun intended, information here. I can't believe it's already been a month since I caught you on a live stream. The last time I caught him was on a premiere, and even that was a while ago, except for videos like being run or watched after. But you'll see he's got interviews happening with different creators, and the idea is that the more information that gets out there, you know, possibly we hear similar things a lot of the time, but you never know when somebody's going to strike the right chord. And then that's when change can happen. And this is what Just Jason Keto seeks to do, is make positive change in people who want to improve the healthy eating and healthy aspects of their lifestyle, if that makes sense. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. He has a lot of very interesting people that are going to share life experiences. They're going to share their struggles. They're going to share their successes. They're going to share tips and tricks as well. And it's really interesting, and he's got a diverse collection of friends that he's already brought. That's going to continue. So he also does some product reviews, as you can see. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. Just Jason Keto is a fellow Canadian and happens to be here with us in Superchat, I believe, every single day. So we'd love to push him towards the 800 subscribers that he's looking towards. And you'll get an idea of exactly what he's talking about on his About page, what the channel is meant to exactly be about, and what you can expect in content beyond what I've described today. Growing What I Eat is coming up right now, and we'll see what they've got going on their channel. They are going to help us with a little bit of this as well, because when we talk about healthy eating and healthy living, you know, there's YouTube is making it just that much more helpful for people to be able to share information with each other and possibly even inspire each other to start growing different things. another mutual friend of all of ours here in the Superchat family, Hope Bus, who's a fellow Canadian, only about a half an hour away from where I live. We met up with them, and they literally put a basil plant and a tomato plant into our hands, myself and Kristen Welton, and she was growing those last year, and then now it's time to start up again. But, you know, we started with 2 plants, and this year she started with 3. So I was happy to see that when I walked in the door the other day. And it's great because we can get information from each other. And I have so much to learn. I am a very indoors, behind computer screens kind of person, but we've got a lot of friends now in the homesteading, farming, ranching, and gardening type channels that all seem to have a similar instinct and want to share knowledge and resources with each other, if that makes sense. And it's great because they share a lot of successes and failures as well. Growing What I Eat is going to talk to us about how to grow a lot of different things. They're talking about fruit trees, citrus trees, vegetables, berries, plants, potatoes, and they give you more information when you get into their About page, but they're literally sharing the do's and the don'ts. So I'm going to take their latest video. This is very short, but I'm going to put this in my catch-up list as well. Hopefully I'll catch them for a live stream. So it's been almost a week. Hopefully I'll catch them for another one soon. When we look at the shorts, we're going to see that these are starting to get close to a couple thousand views, which is great, and that will likely continue as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push them towards the 300 subscribers that they're thinking about right now. Budgeting Just Because, good to see you in the house. They're going to help us with our finances, of course, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming into the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Let's spin the wheel, and thank you, Derek's Journey, for the highlighted milestone message. He's been a member of over a year now, as you can see. One of the interesting things you'll notice is that highlighted milestone messages count just as well as memberships and Super Chats when it comes to the Stream Boss position, which is under my camera there. It's like a video game life meter, and usually what happens is when it works properly, Super Chats and memberships knock a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock that out and take over gets some extra exposure for a little while. I think Derek's Journey might have been trying to do that. It didn't quite catch that time. I'm not sure if it didn't register. When we do those highlighted milestone messages, exactly 499 points are knocked off when you use those. And what I'm talking about is there's a point meter there so that you can get an idea whether it's supposed to work or not. But like everything else in computers and on the internet, we think that they're supposed to work perfectly and they don't. So I don't want to whine about it. But hopefully it will soon enough. Butler Family Farm is up right now. I accidentally spun the wheel, so Songbits Laura will be next. Butler Family Farm comes to us as well from the homesteading community of channels, and they bring us 116 acres of farming goodness, and they have got some livestock here that we can see as well. You have to forgive me, Butler Family Farm. I didn't type the name fully on my wheel. So when I copied and pasted, it came up a little bit differently there for a second. But they have literally got a herd of cattle. They've got goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, and chickens to go along with their dogs and cats. And then the family will also take us bowling, woodworking, some fiber crafts they engage in, blacksmithing, gaming, gardening, and some travel when that comes up as well. So we can expect almost anything when it comes to the family life behind the channel. I'm just going to take the latest video and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list so I can stay caught up with you. They're working on 1,200 subscribers right now. When we look at their shorts videos, they're getting into the thousands of views. And you see how these, after a long period of time, start to build consistently. We've got a few creators who've only put out a few shorts videos, and we've seen a couple of those get like some thousands of views, right? But most often what we see is creators building a large catalog of shorts, and then we start to see the numbers really ramp up, you know, and the idea is, oh, we've got one at, you know, 3.3K. I wonder if we can get one to 4K, and then sure enough, 4,300 views on this one here, and that will likely continue to rise as well. So we'll keep an eye on that with this channel. Now, they're doing StreamYard panels as well, and they seem to be streaming once a week or every day Yes, it seems like every day, as a matter of fact. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of these again soon. When creators are using these here, pardon me, the StreamYard system where they're simulcasting, I'll show you for a second exactly how I use YouTube, because I'm always on a computer. I'm almost always on a computer if I'm on YouTube at all. So what I do is I don't use the notifications the way some people might. Like, we look and we see like, oh, who's doing something right now. What I do is I come on, and I'm usually going to run 3 or 4 streams at a time, or 3 streams in a playlist. So I'll hit the subscriptions tab, I'll see who's live, and then I'll just start clicking, usually based on, you see I got like almost 10 people live right now. There's probably much more, but that's what gets presented right away. But between these creators, I'm going to pick like, who's been most active in Superchat lately, or, I try to mix it up so that things are somewhat even between the creators that I run into, so everybody gets a little bit of love and attention and things like that. But that's how I typically will pick. So when creators are doing the StreamYard system where they're simulcasting, it's not that I, not that it needs to be said, but it's not that I'm choosing one creator over another. When I hit the subscriptions tab, YouTube's only going to show me 10 or 20 people that are live, or 30 or whatever it is. But with 4,500 subscribers now, or whatever it is that Superchat's sitting at today, there's a lot more that are live or running premieres and things like that. So it's trying to recommend what it thinks I want to see as a viewer or supporter, and then I'm just picking and choosing. Once in a while I'll type in some channel names if I'm thinking of them. I keep stats about everything. I keep spreadsheets of every person that's ever been in a Superchat live stream. I've missed almost nothing, literally, out of 500 live streams. Eventually I hope to do tutorial videos where I'll show everybody how I do these things, but keeping track of Superchatters, of members, of every single person that's ever been in a Superchat live stream, who's been here the most, who's been most active, things like that, so that I can go back, and the people who've been with us in the first year maybe aren't around as much as they were before, don't get forgotten. You know what I mean? You never want to forget the people who got you where you are, if you want to put it that way. But, friendships on YouTube can work just like they do in real life. When you start your YouTube journey and you've got, let's say, 100 subscribers or 200 or 300 subscribers, it's not that difficult to keep up with almost everybody, because not everybody's on at the same time. Different people are posting videos. Some are doing shorts, some are doing streams, and you can support people. Sometimes you see your friends every day. After a few months, it starts to become, oh, now I'm seeing those people 2 times a week, or once a week, and eventually once every 2 weeks, and once a month. And now, Superchat's been here over 3 years. We have creators that come as often as they can, but it still becomes, once every month, 2 months, 3 months, or even longer. And the same goes back. If you can imagine Superchat now, I'm subscribed to every channel that's ever been here, basically, right? Or every channel that's spent any kind of significant amount of time here. So that's thousands of channels. You can't possibly support everybody as much as you'd wish, but as long as everybody's supporting each other as much as we all can, everybody's just fine, because you see these channels growing, right? So Songbits Lore is up right now, and they have 643 subscribers, and we'd love to push them towards the 700 that they're thinking about. Thank you, Jedi Cameron. I know it's late today. Today's a later stream than we usually do. We always mix them up, but I didn't want to miss going on this week, right? And thank you for the share. Budgeting just because, yeah, you have to forgive me, because I literally, like, ScratchingPPA's got to be rolling his eyes, because I've been barking up this tree for 2 years now. But the idea is that I'm hoping that I can do clear, concise tutorials for everybody. I've done a couple of things before on my personal channel. I did like how to share on Twitter, how to share on Instagram, and those were decent videos. One of them got thousands of views. I forget which. I think the Twitter one did better. But there's one that helps with comments with TubeBuddy and this and that. I've never done as much as I wish, but the idea is I hope to do tutorials to show everybody not how you're supposed to use this stuff, but how exactly I use it. So literally a how-to video, like we see a lot of do-it-yourself videos on YouTube where I'll show you exactly what I do, and then you can say, okay, I'm going to do what he does this way, but I'm going to do my own thing in this aspect. And then, you know, you can feed back to me, and then I can make better decisions when you give me tips and tricks as well. Because I promise, I learn from creators of all sizes every single day, and I treat different channels differently as well. Because I run several channels, but different things are necessary on different channels, right? So if that makes sense. Anyway, forgive my long speech, but eventually, hopefully, I'll get to these maybe sooner than later. Songbits Laura is here with 643 subscribers, and I'm just going to take the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. And we'd love to push them towards the 700 they're thinking about. They want to bring a place where we can join and have conversations of different types. Creativity is at the forefront of this channel, whether it's crafting or other aspects of creativity. A lot of conversation here, as we can see, including StreamYard panels. When we get into shorts, we see that these have started to get into over 3,300 views, which is great, so that will likely continue as well. And Songbits Laura is someone who's here with us frequently and supportive to other creators as well. Pardon me. As always, I'm not staying hydrated as well as I should. We'll try to take care of that a little bit better as time goes on. Lita Doyle Crafting is in the house. Jeremy D-Day is a creator who's been with me since TuberChat even started. So you'll hear me often say, I've been on YouTube for 6 years now. I started by running another person's channel, and I ran a couple more. I let most of those go, but I started my channel 5 years ago. And then TuberChat started 3 years ago. But Jeremy D-Day was somebody that I was introduced to probably 4 years ago, 3.5 anyway. And he has been incredibly supportive all the way along with 2 different channels, as a matter of fact. Oh, YouTube police, thank you for coming by. Am I right? I know who that is now. Somebody said it in another chat. I had wondered that for a while. But that's another creator who enjoys helping others, which is great. But YouTube police is bringing fun everywhere. And yes, stay hydrated. Thank you. The Mattman, Tennessee. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Be Amazing Sylvia is a member, so I've got her on the wheel now. Butler Family Farm, thank you for that. And yeah, here in TuberChat, because of what we're doing, the idea is just to put channels on the screen, of course, and talk about them while everybody connects in the chat. So I try to get into bite-sized information and give you ideas about things that I literally do on different channels. And I've been corrected many times as well, several times, for different things that I was mistaken about. We've got lots of friends that experiment with different things and share information with me, for which I'm grateful. I've met lots of other YouTubers with channels of all sizes, including now into well over 100,000 subscribers and things like that. But the idea, hopefully, is that I can get into videos and we can do things that are going to take a little bit more time. Sometimes I do tutorials here. So as promised, if we want to today, I will go through ChatGPT, if everybody would like, just because I mentioned it earlier. And I'll show you how I use it. And then you can, like I said, the idea is we take information from each other. We discuss it here. And then you add it to what you already know and what you're going to continue to learn so that you can make the right decisions for you. But I have a lot of creators who reach out to me with tips and tricks, and you'll hear me tell stories about things I do on my own channel or other channels that I've taken from ideas from creators here in TuberChat as well. Brandon Joseph Loves Jesus. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. I think that channel's here for the first time. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. As well, if anybody would like to reach out, I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. It doesn't have have to be questions, but it can be if you think I can help. But I'm always happy to hear lessons learned along the way from other creators about their channels and journeys as well. Lisa J. Stocks is going to talk to us about investing, particularly with the stock market more than anything else. But they are going to talk to us about budgeting and finance in general, and the idea of dividends when it comes to stocks, dollar cost averaging, which is something that can be applied to, I'm assuming, most investments, but probably much more than just stocks, right? You can do that with just about anything, I can imagine. One of the things I love about the idea of having, I think Budgeting Just Because is here as well. Forgive me if I've missed any, but there's a good handful or maybe more financial channels in the Tuber Chat family that come by regularly as well. And I like that because as much as I talk about healthy eating and healthy living with some of our keto-based channels and friends, I also talk about finance, saying that I believe we can all use as much financial information as possible, because even if somebody's talking about something that you're not exactly going to invest in, or a product, like for instance, I know a lot of people are skeptical about crypto or NFTs and things like that, but people like Lisa J. Stocks, the Stock Explorer, Budgeting Just Because, and other creators can help us make sense of these things so that we're making better educated decisions about the things we are going to invest in by knowing what's out there, right? So Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us with this. They're going to talk about challenges. They're going to talk about ideas for saving so that you can invest, and then how to maximize the potential of your investments when you decide to get into that. So 396 subscribers, dangerously close to 400. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer. We'll get into their shorts videos and see that these, one of them, has pounded over 9,000 views, which is great. I don't know why I didn't see that before. And then several of these getting close to 1,000. And then when we get into the live streams, that might be something that they'll continue. So we'll see. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. When we look at Backlash Fisherman, I know it's difficult to see the wheel if you're on a phone, but I actually just took two names off because we're going to look at Coastal Water in a second, and I'll tell you why. Cabrar Gaming, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Corinne's Life is a dear friend, a fellow Canadian, and happens to be a member and a moderator here. So quite a resume on Corinne's Life. And Backlash Fisherman is up right now. It's fishing first on this channel. He's a first responder. Sometimes he takes us on his travels, and he's often found with Coastal Water because this is a husband and wife combo. So we'll look at her channel in a moment. When we look at Backlash Fisherman, we see that this creator is now working on 1,500 subscribers, but they are monetized, memberships, and super chats available when we get there. He's got some shorts that are now popping into well over 3,000 views and approaching 4,000, so that will likely continue. And then live streams are something he does frequently. So he's got one called Hobby Hangout, and that can also involve StreamYard panels at times, but he often takes us for fishing streams or ride along live streams, and this is something where we get a chance to hang out with him, and he's always up with the chat, so we're having conversation and Q&As and things like that. Now here's Coastal Water in this thumbnail, and I'm just going to go over to her channel if I can. And this is another creator who's here with us. Between Backlash Fisherman and Coastal Water, they are here every single day, or as often as they can be. Coastal Water has even influenced me to make a little bit more fun out of a check that I have for the robots, Roll call is what I type in here. You have to set that up for those of you who use Nightbot and everything else. But I use that command now, and Coastal Water gave me the idea to use a little bit more of a fun word there. But roll call for me means that Bottissimo, Nightbot, Streamlabs, and Stream Elements are all going to show up and make sure that they're working. Because while you're live streaming, you might wonder, like, okay, is Nightbot doing what it's supposed to do? Especially when you get into things like memberships where you're making promises to people. You want to make sure that those robots are showing up doing what they need to, because otherwise you're going to make things up, right? Anisha, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. CV Baseball Card Collector is in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Roadhog's still on the wheel. They've been here from the beginning with Traveler Bust and ScratchingPPA, of course. Coastal Water brings us live streams similar to what we saw from Backlash Fisherman. So a lot of ride-alongs. And this is where we get either a Q&A, she'll keep up with the chat, or we get to follow along with her daily routine. There's Backlash Fisherman right there. Coastal Water has some shorts, and we'll see what's going on with these. These are getting into over 3,000 views as well. Which is great. And then lots of videos, lots of delicious looking content. I've caught Coastal Water in the kitchen more than anything else, but they might take us indoors or outdoors, or like I said, in these ride-along live streams. And Coastal Water and Backlash Fisherman are a husband and wife combo. I always talk about them together because I find it to be extra special when we find people who are in real life friends or family of any type that are supporting each other wholeheartedly on YouTube, because the number one complaint that I hear from creators is, why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family to support our YouTube channels when we can find people online willing to do it? But it's a universal truth, or almost anyway. So if you find yourself in that boat, I promise you're not the only one. And Coastal Water and Backlash Fishermen support each other wholeheartedly, which is great. They're never too far behind each other, and I see them both out supporting creators all the time, every day. 330 subscribers for Coastal Water. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 400 she's thinking about. Destination Fun, I hope I said hello to you when you came in, but it's good to see you here. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody, and let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen, and we'll see what Rushing Wind Mountain has got going on. I put that channel on the wheel right away today because they were with us last Tuesday, and we mix up the days and times here always, right? Not recommended for every channel. You have to really consider how you want to schedule your videos. The biggest YouTubers are always going to recommend that everybody stick to a set schedule if you can. A perfect example is somebody like ScratchingPPA, who posts every single Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern without fail for over 2 years now. And when you see his live chat that goes along with his premieres, it's one of the fastest rolling you'll see in the Tuber Chat family, even faster than this, right? Or much faster than this, actually. And it speaks to that consistency as well as the support that he gives to others. In Tuber Chat, we move things around, but last Tuesday we did a stream, I think it was Tuesday, Rushing Wind Mountain was on the wheel, and our internet cut off right before the last like 5 or 6 channels, and they didn't actually get up onto the screen. So I put them on the wheel right away today, and now we get a chance to look at this channel. Pardon me just for a second. And we might have to take our second break early here. I'm just going to go get another drink. Rushing Wind Mountain has 395 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but I see them out supporting other creators every single day. I think I've run into them every day since Tuesday, or pretty close to it. They're based in one of the mountains of the Pacific Northwest. And then, yes, we can prepare to be amazed and wowed by the wildlife, and then some funny and hilarious shorts that they'll give us as well. So we'll see what they've got here for shorts so far, and I'll leave it to you to watch these, but some of these are getting into the couple thousand views. One of them's over 5,200, which is great. Videos are being posted fairly frequently, once a week, which is great. That's enough to make a channel grow. Posting once a week is what I recommend as the minimum if you can. If you're not there yet, you just want to get there as quickly as you can, but that literally is enough to make a channel grow organically. organically, and then the things we're doing here speed that up. So Rushing Wind Mountain, like I said, we'd love to push them towards the 400 subscribers they're thinking about. Another loyal and dedicated supporter, to say the least. So again, I'll just ask if anybody can share the stream out, whether it is on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network. I'll appreciate it greatly, because it helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. We're going to go for 3 minutes and come back with a moderator and gold member, which is Makeup Mom and Son.
All right, we are back and looking at Makeup Mom and Son. She is somebody who's been an extremely dear friend. Now, all of the moderators on this channel are dear friends of mine, and they have been for a long time. But they're all dear friends of each other as well. And they all have one thing in common, if not more, which is an overwhelming sense of generosity. It is likely what I am drawn to them for. And because of that, you'll be able to meet more friends and family members on their channels when you join them for premieres and live streams. Now, Makeup Mom and Son also happens to be a gold member, so she her channel is seen in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream like we saw there, and her link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I know today's a later stream, but that's Susan. Thank you for coming in. I am going to put you on the wheel. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch was live earlier today, and Nora reached out to let me know you might have been looking for me. I haven't had a chance to go back and see, but I was out. So Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday now. I don't expect anybody to remember, but I happen to, during the week, be out working outdoors. So I will be MIA from YouTube probably 8 hours a day or more on those days, but I'll still hop in the mornings and evenings as often as I can, or if we have rain days and things like that, or if I'm able to work from home. But the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is a dear friend and lots to talk about. I wonder if you saw what happened tonight. I won't get into it, but the Trump on CNN, I watched a little bit of their reaction to it after. I found it was exactly what I would have probably expected, but we'll talk about it. I'll try not to talk about it. The Stock Explorer is in the house right now, so thank you for coming in. Like I said, they reached out to let me know. This is one of the things that, people say that the number one thing that they like about their YouTube journey is the friendships that are made. And you can see some of that even in the conversation that happens in the chat here. Like Corinne's Life and Makeup Mom and Son are talking right now. They're both dear friends. They've both been moderators here for a long, long time. The Stock Explorer is the newest moderator, and even they've been here for longer than I remember now as a moderator also. But it's nice to see the friendships that are built between creators, and knowing that, like if somebody, if something is up, if somebody's looking for somebody and things like that, there's a whole network now of creators that can reach out to each other and things like that. Again, anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. And then thank you, Keto Mama Michelle. It's good to see you here. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by to say hello or drop a thumbs up or run the stream in the background. I know we've got some friends that do that. Might be a little bit late for Jaden, but he might be watching, so thank you. And then Makeup Mom and Son is working on 1,900 subscribers. Now, she started with beauty more than anything else. There are a lot of get ready with me type videos. She's done extremely well with series, including Halloween, which is really something to see. And then Vlogmas and things like this. But Makeup Mom and Son has also introduced us to a lot of other creators through an interview series of live streams. She's done a lot of random live streams as well, lots of StreamYard panels. I've joined her on her channel with Corinne's Life and Hilda DC and Sam's Logs Trains and more, I believe, and other creators as well. Makeup Mom and Son does a lot of monthly subscription unboxings, if that makes sense, for those of you who've seen those monthly subscription services. FabFitFun, BoxyCharm is a huge one we have with a lot of creators in the chat. There's lots of snack crates that are coming out now. Loot Crate was one of the first ones, and Makeup Mom and Son's doing a bunch of these different things, but also shopping hauls, as you can see, other product reviews, sponsored videos. And she continues today to bring that variety. She's always thinking about how to bring new content to the audience based on what she's already done. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. She's also got some shorts, and I'm just going to look at these because I think one of these has hit, like over 37,000 views, which is great. Lots into the thousands, which is wonderful also. And then live streams are something that is typically frequent. So we'll see if she's going to pick these back up, because she talked about maybe doing the interviews again, and even I've been interviewed by her on her channel a while back as well. Makeup Mom and Son, also, if you look at this thumbnail right here, you see her with a young gentleman by the name of Caden. I'm going to show you a second channel here. Caden Plays It. And this channel belongs to the son of Makeup Mom and Son. So obviously getting some help from Mom. But this creator is also going to bring us some more shorts, some product reviews, and some video gameplay. So we'd love to encourage this young creator by pushing them towards the first 100. They're at 44 subscribers right now. We'd love to get them a little bit closer to either 45 or 50 today if we can. And we'll see some more content coming from this creator in the coming months as well, I'm sure.
And I'll spin the wheel. We're going to start moving a little bit faster through channels now. We're not in any rush to go anywhere. We can stay at least another hour if everybody would like to. ScratchingPPA is coming up right now. And then as promised, I'm going to try not to forget. Anybody could call me out anytime for it. But when we get close to the end of the stream, if you'd like to, for those of you who are still here, we'll talk about ChatGPT, because I mentioned it earlier in the stream. I don't know if Fanatic Guide's still around tonight. But I'll go over what I'm doing with ChatGPT and how I use it in case you'd like to think about that. And then, yeah, thank you, Jedi Cameron. I know it's late, so thank you for that. Oh, Makeup Mom and Son's already working on Halloween for this year. 31 Days of Horror. Can you imagine? Oh, the C11 update. I see. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. Yeah, well, it's going to be something to keep an eye on, that's for sure. I should really keep up on that so that I really know what I'm talking about, because I'm sure it's going to come up and I'm going to complain about it a lot. But we also have to figure out, you know, this is the arena we play in. So when things come up like what Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is mentioning right now, Bill C11 is a law in Canada that describes the way that online providers like YouTube are required, rules that they're required to follow when it comes to presenting content and dealing with things that are not wanted to be online. So what the government might call misinformation and how that's dealt with. So there's a lot to it, but you know, a lot of countries around the world share similar laws and things like that. So knowing that something happens in one country makes it a possibility in almost any other country that seems similar, if that makes sense. So something we got to keep our eye on, but I'll try to get myself well versed in that. Twisted Lemon Diary, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And ScratchingPPA is up right now. Now, I described this creator as a shining jewel in the Superchat family. He is very well known as, you know, I have no choice but to say one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey, and that is beyond 6 years now. 6 years on YouTube, and ScratchingPPA stands at the top of the most supportive creators that I have met. A lot of you who've already connected with him will say the same thing, because he literally is the reason why I use the word. Seems to be everywhere all the time to describe him and a few other creators as well. There's lots of creators who are supporting each other as much as they can. There's lots of people who seem to be everywhere all the time, but you'll hear me describe it often. And it comes from the idea of the inspiration that ScratchingPPA gives, because he's so supportive. So here in Superchat, he's literally here for every single stream since finding us, well over 500 times now, getting close to 550 times, if you can imagine that, for hours at a time. And ScratchingPPA as well, he is on every channel that I touch. He supports everything that I see. Everywhere I go to try to support people, it seems he's already there. And very considerate and thoughtful in his support as well. When you are lucky enough to catch him in a premiere, a live stream, or commenting on a video, or hanging out here, you will see the thought and consideration that he gives. And especially after you connect with him, you'll find it on your channel when he starts getting into videos and commenting and things like that as well. Always paying attention, which is something else, right? Because it's easy for us to hop into each other's channel, and I promise I'm probably the most guilty, if not, you know, among the most guilty, of hopping in saying hello, because, like, for instance, I work on a computer. So while I'm working, I'm most often, unless I have to really be like honing in on listening and watching a video, if I'm just doing general work, I can leave live streams running, sometimes 2 or 3 at a time. So I come into a chat, say hello, talk for 1 or 2 minutes maybe, and then just let the streams run, right? ScratchingPPA seems to be doing, I can't say anything but impressive job of supporting other creators, truly taking an interest in other people's YouTube journeys. I can't tell you how many times he's reached out with different things. that he's seen or noticed or wanted to make aware so many times, noticing people's birthdays and things like that so that I can mention it here. And it's a very considerate thing to have done. If you think about that, that's just one small aspect. But I couldn't say enough about ScratchingPPA, even if I did a whole stream just about him. But if you haven't already connected with him, I hope you will. What you're going to find on his channel is an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching. What he does is pits two lottery tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if you follow him on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, which of course I do. Now, you'll notice the presentation is at the forefront of his mind as well. His bright, beautiful avatars matched by the thumbnails that include content from the video, as well as a hint you can see as to the fact that he does giveaways. There it is right there, as a matter of fact, in his videos. He also updates his banner every single week to match the content. And then shorts are something we hope to see more often as well, with hopefully some wins on some scratch tickets as well. But what you're going to find from this creator is perfect consistency. He has, first of all, had his video editing skills complemented ever since his very first video. But he also is so supportive to other creators. I believe that's a big reason why his live chat rolls faster than almost any other that you've seen in the Superchat family. Maybe any other, but let's say almost any other. And it's very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. Because he posts with with perfect consistency as well, I think that's the other aspect of it. So every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, you're going to get 10 or 15 minutes of ScratchingPPA's content in a premiere with a fast-paced, high-energy chat and the opportunity to make more friends and family members the same way that you do here. Scrow's Nest, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. So hopefully everybody who hasn't already connected with ScratchingPPA will do it right now. We would love to push this creator a little bit farther towards the 1,700 subscribers that he's thinking about. Another extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated Canadian supporter. Travel or Bust is coming up right now. We'll see what they have got going on. They were in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom for a second after ScratchingPPA, and now Roadhog's up there. And let's see what Travel or Bust has got going on their channel for today. I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. Looks like they've got some new shorts. I don't think I recognize the last couple. So they're getting into over 3,800 views here, which is great. They've got live streams that might continue. It's been a month, but we'll see. And then I'm going to take your latest video in St. Martin, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit and see what you've got going on this excursion day. And 988 subscribers. My dear goodness. I'm going to do something for you, even though I have to be honest, I'm not sure it's going to work today, because I don't often do this, but you are close enough that what we want to do is we would love to get these creators to their 1,000 subscribers. The reason I don't do the push all the time is because we don't want you to get the 1,000 and then dip back below 1,000, because we know YouTube plays games with all of our numbers, right? So I'm going to get the live subscriber count, and we will get this window off on its own. I'm going to leave this counter up. It'll change in a second to 988, I'm sure, and then as you gain a couple of subscribers, it'll move again. But we'll put this here, and this will allow us to keep track, and hopefully we'll get these creators pushed, maybe even right up to 1,000 subscribers. That would be wonderful. I think we're probably only going to be here another hour, but we'll see. We're not in a rush to go anywhere. We can stay up to another hour and 15 minutes if everybody would like. I'll call it 12:30 on my side. We'll max it out there. But my guess is we might be here for an hour. And then, Pink Mini Garage, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Anybody's welcome to come in with more than one channel if you have them. Kicking It Country, good to see you here. Anybody's welcome to come in with more than one channel. The only thing I ever ask is that the channels are treated separately. So in the case of even myself, I have 3 channels, but what we don't do is say, you know, hey, it's Kevin, come get me on this channel. and then subscribe from another one. That's the only thing. So as long as that's cool, everybody's free to come in with more than one channel. Like the Stock Explorer has a couple. We've got another couple of creators that have got more than one channel. We've seen that today. So Travel or Bust, we've got your account up there right now. I'm hoping we can push you right to the 1,000 today. They only need 12 subscribers, but I can tell you in the short time knowing Travel or Bust, just over the last couple of months or so, these creators are out supporting other creators all the time. When I see, I believe, Destination Fun, Eddie Lugo Studios, a lot of other travel and cruising content, I run into them constantly. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm sure you will, getting that support coming back to you. And we'll see if we can push them a little bit farther today. Granny Filming again, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Come Hither with Heather from Australia is coming up right now. Now, they might only be listening because they said they were on the road. They might actually either be driving or on the road in another way. And Come Hither with Heather is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and has been for a long time. I believe they've been with us for about 2.5 years or maybe longer as well. What they bring on their channel in shorts, videos, and live streams are paranormal investigations and explorations of abandoned locations more than anything else. They also do some collaborations with other creators. They could even get into cooking videos and things like that. But the bulk of what they do is paranormal investigations. They have been known to do shoutouts. I've even joined them on their panel for a live stream once as well. Now, Come Hither with Heather, sitting at 928 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards their 1,000. They're officially on the road, as we can see. The J. Jordan, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They happen to be a member, so I'm going to get them on the wheel right now. And Mark the Shark, good to see you in the house. She has the hat too. Come Hither with Heather's got a hat. I'm not wearing I don't have my hat. Actually, I think I do have one of the hats with me. I got one hat at, I think I got one hat at work and one hat at home. Unless I took them both home. I've got the box upstairs that's still got the other stuff in it as well. And Mark the Shark's been a dear friend for a long time. Werner's Adventures is connected very much to Come Hither with Heather. These creators are partners. They bring similar content when we follow Werner's Adventures. We're either going to find both of these creators in each other's live streams or videos, or we're going to get more explorations of abandoned locations from Werner's Adventure. So I hope everybody will connect with them. We'll see what they've got going on as well. Both of these creators together and separately are generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. And then, oh, here we go. There's Come Hither with Heather on the thumbnail for Werner's Adventures. Perfect. And then hopefully everybody will connect with them. We'd love to push Werner's Adventures towards the 2,100 subscribers that they're thinking about right now. And we'll get to Makeup Mom and Son. Or not, because we just looked at that channel. So I'll spin the wheel again. And then Rural Adventure. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly to say hello or drop a thumbs up. And we stream 3 or 4 times a week, so we mix up the days and times. We're expecting to be back on Saturday and Sunday after today, but hopefully we'll see you again in another stream soon. And then Be Amazing Sylvia is up right now. She's another friend of over 3 years. She's been here from the beginning of Superchat. And she is very well known as one of the 7 creators that made up the Drop the Link Day crew. They're all dear friends of each other. They all happen to be friends of mine now too as well, and have been for a long time. But they all have a common generosity or aspect to their personalities, including generosity, that draws them all to wanting to help others in their YouTube journeys, if that makes sense. So Be Amazing Sylvia will always allow people and encourage them to make more friends and family members when you visit her on her channel for premieres and live streams. Be Amazing Sylvia brings a variety channel with some unbelievable explosion in growth lately, and I'll show you why. When we get into the videos, first of all, we see that she's posting frequently. I'm just going to take one of the latest videos. I know this is a short one, but I'll put it in my catch-up list. We see all the variety that she's got. Lots and lots of friends that come in StreamYard panels and other videos as well. She might do anything from unboxings to product reviews. She might be giving us a story to be told or some inspiration. Live streams are something that she does frequently. I've got a notification on for one for tomorrow. Hopefully I'll make that one. And then she'll bring pure variety in her live streams as well. StreamYard panels are frequent. There's some more members from the Drop the Link Day crew that are there. And then when we get to shorts videos, this is where the explosion has happened on this channel recently. Now, she's already been on for several years. Like I said, I've been her friend now for at least 3 years. But her channel's experienced this explosion, and the shorts have got to have a big part of this. You can see lots and lots of these are into the thousands of views. Many over 10,000, and now she's broken into over 41, over 142,000, 216,000, 463,000, and 738,000 views on one of these shorts videos, which is really cool. It has resulted in an explosion of subscribers as well that has pushed her now well over 10,000 subscribers and almost at 11,000. But she is somebody who is very knowledgeable in the workings of YouTube, connecting watch hours, and things like this, and will help you with your YouTube journey as well. When we get to the front page, we'll see that Sylvia's Daily Positivity is another channel that's been started by this creator to bring more inspiration and motivation for us from the same creator behind Be Amazing Sylvia. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get to M&T Living and Cooking. Peter Dell from Australia. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Peter Dell is somebody who always brings positivity in an energetic way everywhere that he goes. M&T Living and Cooking is a couple of creators that are out supporting others all the time. I caught them on a live stream. Was it today or yesterday? Yeah, again? Oh, earlier. Yeah, just a few hours ago, I guess. Shorts videos. And these have started to pop into the thousands of views. One of them over 16,000, which is great. Now, it's interesting. This channel has a lot of variety, but they do bring some delicious looking content as well. And you see this in some of the videos. It's an interesting mix, almost like a vlogging channel, because they do say living and cooking, right? So there's RC cars, there's outdoor adventure, there is cooking videos, as we can see here, with some classics, and then, like I said, the shorts videos as well as live streams. But they are out supporting other creators all the time as well. 986 subscribers. Now, I'm only going to put one of these counters on the screen for now. I don't know. I'm saying that, but I'm going to change my mind as I'm saying it. Let me see if I can get these up here. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't think we've seen this either. Now, M&T Living and Cooking are incredibly supportive as well. And forgive me, these pushes, I don't do them often here because they typically don't work the way they do in some other channels here, because we're so focused on connecting the right way that creators take their time. Oh, pardon me. Clicking the wrong thing here. Let's get their subscriber count, and that's going to change to a more accurate number in a moment. I know it says 981 right now. We'll see what we can get that to say in a minute here. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to get these together. Might be a little bit sloppy. Oh, my dear goodness. I might have to put one over the other. I don't even know if that's going to work. Okay, Traveler Bust is here. What on earth can I do with these? I know what I'll do. We'll move these more like this. And pardon me while I play with the screen here. I just want to try to get these creators. Like, wouldn't it be exciting if we could get them their 1,000 right now? without taking away from other channels. So here we go. Okay, so we're set. Traveler Bust at 993 and M&T Living and Cooking at 986. So that's really, really cool. You know, I have to go back and look. I forget because I don't want to be inaccurate, but I think it was the very first episode of Tuber Chat, which was episode 0 because we did a test stream, and then we did episode number 1. But it was one of those 2 streams where somebody hit their 1,000 that day. I have to remember the name of the channel, but this is really cool. So Traveler Bust is sitting at 993, M&T Living and Cooking at 987, and we could possibly push them to their 1,000 each today. So we'll see. And I can tell you though as well, they're incredibly supportive channels. I run into both of them, constantly supporting others. I'm sure a lot of other people will say the same thing. Charlene Heel is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. She was in the chat earlier as Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. And this creator is bringing us similar content on both channels, always wanting to inspire and motivate. So Charlene Heel is going to bring wellness coaching on her first channel with 1,340 subscribers or so right now. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 1,400 that she's thinking about. And she brings video, shorts, and live streams, all frequently. When we look at the shorts videos, we see that these are getting into well over 1,000 views now. Live streams are frequent, so hopefully we'll see another one very soon. I'm sure we will. And I'm going to show you her second channel. So Conscious Businesses and Opportunities. Pardon me while I'm just having a moment with my brain here. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. Yes, okay. I've seen this channel a million times. Charlene Heel is a powerhouse of energy and positivity. And then thank you, Peter Dell. And when we look at Conscious Business Services and Opportunities, we see a lot of shorts front and center here. And these have started to get into the thousands of views, which is great, as well as one of them over 6,700, which is cool. Lots of live streams, and these are frequent. I'm going to put a notification on for when she's doing tomorrow about building wealth, which is great. On this channel, she specifically brings wealth, spirituality, and entrepreneurship, along with the wellness coaching that we know and love from Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. And then one of my favorite books of all time. I think that's the favorite one. If I had to, like, my desert island book is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I did say one of these days I should do maybe a video like of my top 5 or top 10 books. I like audiobooks, right? So my opinion says that there's no difference between reading a book or having it read to you. But I do a lot of driving, and when I do, I tend to listen to audiobooks and podcasts and stuff like that. And I have been through all of my favorite books more than once. But Think and Grow Rich is definitely life-changing, so we can see about that there as well, see what she has to say about it. Cricket 208 is up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. 118 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 120 that they're thinking about today, and 200 they'll be thinking about soon enough. And then Traveler Bust is sitting at 997. Now, one of the things as well that we want to mention is that when we hit a different milestone, like a 100 or a 1,000 or anything, we want to push a little bit farther. And I know that it's easier said than done, but if we can, we'd love to push these channels to 1,010 if we can get that far today. And the reason why is because if YouTube does play games with their numbers, which is almost guaranteed, they may not slip below the 1,000 and have to get it back. We'd love for them to be able to get their 1,000 and keep it. Pardon me. Now, the most popular song I played when I was a DJ, pardon me, Peter Dell is just asking, that was in a past life, like I said, the music business. I always played all the popular stuff on the radio, so anything Prince, Madonna, or Michael Jackson, Britney Spears, Lady Gaga, all that stuff. Whatever's at the top of the charts is what I was playing every day. Big Dude, good to see you in the house. I have another video coming out this weekend, actually.
Cricket 208 is a channel that I'm still getting to know, and I'm just going to read their about page for a second. Random content, including nature, cats, dogs, birds, life, maybe some reactions as well. They do crochet. They tend to their flowers and painted rock gardens. And then as well, they make bowls for magazines, which is an interesting twist. So I'll be looking forward to that. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm just going to hit their videos for a second here. We see that they're posting pretty frequently, actually. If you can post once a week, that's enough to make a channel grow, which is great. And they're doing that, at least. They're actually doing a little bit farther than that. Their shorts are getting over 1,000 views now, so hopefully that will continue. I'm sure it will. And then Cricket 208 is actually with us frequently, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Obviously a loyal and dedicated supporter, generous to say the least. And we, again, love to push them towards the 200 subscribers they're thinking about. Thank you, big dude. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Cruising Koozies, good to see you here. Oh, thank you. Absolutely Raven was the channel. Oh, it was episode number 1. Thank you, ScratchingPPA. Yeah, absolutely Raven. I thought she changed her name, but I might be mistaken. But that's cool. Well, that's a cool thing to have happened. Can you imagine? What are the chances you do a live stream and on your episode number 1 somebody hits the 1,000? But that's a true story. And then thank you, Cruising Koozies. Yeah, I know today's a later stream than usual. Cali King 916 is coming up. I'm going to try to keep my speeches to a minimum now. I know some of you come here to listen to me talk endlessly for 2.5 hours nonstop, but at some point I got to get through some channels, right? And I promise you, it doesn't stop before we when we finish or before we start either. King 916 has 1,900 subscribers, 1,920 as well. And hopefully we can push them towards the 2,000 that they're thinking about. They're officially on the road now. King 916 is an interesting channel because when they first came into the TuberChat family many months ago, they instantly were found out supporting other creators. And to this day, I run into them, I believe, every day that I'm out supporting other creators as well. And I think that speaks volumes about the generosity of a creator behind the channel. King 916 comes to us from Sacramento, California, and they give us a real-world look. They've gotten into some shorts videos now, and we can see that these are starting to crack over a couple thousand views, which is great. Live streams are where I catch them most often lately, and they're streaming now, it looks like, almost every single day, which is really cool. So hopefully we'll catch them for one of these again soon. I'm going to catch their latest video. I haven't put this yet into my catch-up list, but I will right now. And then hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. King 916 is here with us just about every day as well. And then, yes, and yeah, Peter Dell, it took a long time. I used to have to say constantly, you know, sorry guys, I'll try to get better with the chat. Over time, of course, everybody improves if you want to, right? If you notice, one of the things that can be helpful is to self-assess, right? To watch some of your stuff back, especially live streams, and see where you can possibly improve. A lot of your friends are going, you know, I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but a lot of your friends are going to tell you what you want to hear. One of the things I describe about like radio stations, right? People call in or text in and just tell them how wonderful they are all day. They never get to hear the people that turn it off or tell them that they suck and, you know, all the other horrible things we have to listen to as creators, even here in YouTube as well. So when you can self-assess, you can look back and say like, hey, I've got to get better at this. I got to get better at this. Because it's one thing to apologize. And I'm talking about myself here doing this, but it's one thing to live stream 100 times and tell everybody, sorry, everybody, I can't read the chat, but, you know, maybe next time I'll do better. After a little while, it's going to become expected, like, hey, you know, are you going to improve or not? And I know I've gotten better. Still not perfect. You'd be surprised how much I miss, even though it doesn't sound like it. And you can really turn people off that way too, right? I don't want to scare anybody, but, you know, when you're live streaming and people come into the chat, it is always recommended to recognize everybody, right? And your moderators can help with that. I actually use one of the chatbots, Botissimo, to help with that as well, just in case we all miss it, because you want your moderators to enjoy your content and streams as well. Now, I just said I was going to cut the speeches out, so I'll calm down with that a little bit, but it's just an idea. And then Phase Yoda, Phase King, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Derek's Journey is up here right now. Now, on this channel, it's fitness first. But Derek's Journey gives us a wonderful look into the family life behind the channel. And they could be taking us anywhere. They go on adventures. They could be indoors, outdoors. They could be doing fitness challenges and collaborations with other YouTube channels. Lots of product reviews lately they've been doing, and they get into shorts and live streams as well. When we look at the shorts, these are starting to get close to a couple thousand views. One of them's popped over 5,300, which is great. And then in the live streams, these are frequent also. I haven't caught you for a while. 2 months? Is it 2 months since I caught you for a live stream? Hopefully I'll catch you again soon. And then Popping the Popcorn, a longtime friend Katie is in the house. Good to see you here. And let's look at the front page here, because I just want to show you something else. Oh, Derek's Journey's birthday. Did we miss that? 3 weeks ago, yes. My dear goodness. Oh, 5K? Is that a walk or a run? And then almost 1,900 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. When we get to the homepage, we'll see a couple more channels. Balance Breakers, Fitness and Gaming, is where they plan to bring more fitness challenges and video gameplay, so a bit of a mix there. And You Never Know with Jeannie and Jaden is another channel started by a couple of members of the Derek's Journey family, where they promise to bring us more variety as well as the fitness challenges that we know and love from Derek's Journey. So when we get to the shorts, we'll see that these have started. Hopefully they'll continue, and we'll look forward to new content on the channel. It's just been a couple of weeks. Thank you, Grammy's Journal. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Thank you, Cruise and Koozies. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I think what we're going to do right now is we'll go a few minutes early, but we're going to take another break. I need to rest the voice for a second here. And we'll be back in 3 minutes and look at Foxy's friends. Lynn's making me laugh while we're coming back and I'm reading the chat. A snail in your flip-flop. That would have had me jumping. I don't like things like that. Foxy's Friends is up right now, and this is a special story about a furry friend named Foxy Mama. And this channel is meant to memorialize them. You'll get more information when you get to the About page. They typically bring a lot of videos. They've actually brought a few new ones. So I'm just going to take the latest one. I know it's short, but I'll put it in my catch-up list, and you can get the story over there on the About page, like I said. We get into some shorts videos here, and we see that these are starting to get close to a couple thousand views, so that will likely continue, and then lots of information and enjoyment here on the channel, so we can see about Foxy Mama. 404 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, keep that 400 locked in, and move them towards the 500 that they're thinking about. I've also got Travel or Bust on the bottom of the screen here with M&T Living and Cooking. Both of these creators are very close to their 1,000 subscribers. Now, I usually don't do the push here unless somebody is like right at the mark that we're looking at, because the most important thing is to connect genuinely, like to do the connect the right way, and that means watching a video of at least 3 minutes, leaving a meaningful, genuine comment of 3 or 4 sentences, giving a thumbs up, subscribing, turning the bell on, then coming back and letting them know that you've done all that for them. Then they'll turn around and do the same thing for you. The best success here in this live stream is made by making the first move and reaching out to other creators. The idea is that we all have generosity at the forefront of our mind. That means making the first move, doing more for others than we expect them to do for us, but knowing that they will, and you know, it comes back over a long period of time, probably tenfold actually. You'll hear that in the stories that I tell. So I'm not sure if Travel or Bust and M&T Living and Cooking are still in the chat. I hope that they are. If they can be. I know this is a later stream than usual too, right? So we have to consider that. But we'll keep those numbers up there and see if we can get them to the 1,000 that they're thinking about. So we still got a little while to go. We can stay just over a half an hour if everybody would like to. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is coming up right now. Now, Susan was just coming by to say hello quickly, but she is another dear friend. She's here with us every day. She does a lot of live streaming. I missed it today. The Stock Explorer was in there, I think. I think again today I didn't put the Stock Explorer on the... Oh my goodness, wheel. I don't know why I do this to Nora. Like, it's almost every day. I talk to them almost every day, and then I forget to put them on the wheel when they're here. They're here as a member and a moderator. And part of me, while I whine and complain, I hate making mistakes as much as anybody else. But I promise you, I make as many as anybody else or more. The Stock Explorer's on the wheel now. I'll get some names onto our wheel from our chat list in another moment. Based on who's been most active, I'll check in with my Bottissimo chatbot there. And then, drink? Yeah, well, I'll never drink during a Tuber Chat live stream, as in drink, but I always have something going on, because I got these mugs that were made by Corinne's Life, who's in the chat right now. And there's always something I shouldn't be drinking, meaning diet soda or something in there. And the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is somebody who's going to inspire us in a spiritual way. But they bring a lot of live streams. That's where I've been catching them mostly lately. I'm just going to grab their latest video and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. When I roll over this, there's Susan right there. Now, like I said, she stopped in today for a second. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by to say hello or drop a thumbs up, because we're now well over 100. So thank you, everybody. I wasn't even watching. We're well over 100 thumbs up again today. But the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. And I know we've got some friends that run the streams in the background as well. Now, Hillbilly Chicken Ranch will do a lot of live streaming. So, like I said, I missed today's, but hopefully I'll catch them again. They do a lot of interesting things. So it starts with possibly stories to be told. She might do devotionals and things like that. But she has StreamYard panelists that will come up as well. Some of you who've been on her channel know Alfonso, somebody who will play some music, and that will be inspiring as well. and talking about a lot of current events, which is really cool. Newsworthy content. Sometimes you might even consider polarizing content. But the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch I've had, every time I'm on the channel, this is a true story, every time I'm on this channel I have a better time. So I already enjoy hanging out with Susan on her live streams and what she presents, but I found myself like unable to not participate in the chat, if that makes sense, like compelled to talk just based on what we're all talking about in there. So it's kind of cool, and hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there. But she's been a dear friend for a long time, always encouraging, always motivating, and then inspiring as well, like I said. So she'll do a lot of variety on her channel, sometimes in the kitchen, sometimes she is doing unboxings or a product review. Did I miss her birthday 2 weeks ago? Our birthday. I wonder if that's for the channel or if that's actually a birthday. Oh, I'm so upset that I missed that, but that's okay. For anybody that has special things going on in their channel, whether it's monetization or, you know, if your birthday's coming up and stuff like that, I hope you'll let us know here. I try to make sure that I don't miss those if I can. You know, like all of us, we all have schedules. We all have, you know, different things we have to deal with. But where possible, I try literally to make sure, especially the monetization celebration, when creators get monetized, I try to never miss anybody's monetization celebration. But again, birthdays and things like that, if there's some coming up, I've got one coming up actually. I had this on my mind today. I think Vern's birthday, Elevate with Vern, is coming up, I think on the 18th, right? 19th. And then as well, Hilda DC is coming up on the 21st of this month. So only another couple of weeks from now, not even. And Corinne's Life is up here. I'm going to get some names onto our wheel from our chat list in a quick second. And thank you very much, Shaheem of the Dead. Hopefully we'll see you again shortly. I know it can be a long wait to get onto the wheel or the screen, but the truth is that the magic here happens in the chat. I'm just here to talk about channels for 2 hours while everybody's connecting. Sometimes 2.5, 3 hours, but as long as you're meeting new friends and family members, that's what we're here for. So I'll get some names onto the wheel from our chat list in another moment. But Corinne's Life is here. This channel encompasses everything that is Corinne's Life. And this is, for argument's sake, a vlogging channel. So she could be doing anything from cooking videos to vacation to unboxings, product reviews, random live streams, Q&As. Here's an example, Week in My Life. I'm just going to take the latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, another vlogs type video. She is another dear friend and has been for what's getting on 3 years now. She's working on 2,200 subscribers, monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Lots of familiar faces here. There's Hilda DC, there's Mo6510 Models, Sam's Logs Trains and More, Kristen Welton, Via Speaks Royally, Makeup Mom and Son in her members list. Lots of familiar faces there. And Lena Doyle Crafting has a birthday coming up on the 28th. I'm just going to make a note of that, actually. We're talking about these things. I got to get a new notebook. I'm out of pages. I keep just a regular notepad, and Michael's Adventures would laugh because he knows that I don't look at it as often as I write things down, then I don't look at it. But just a simple notebook, nothing special, and then I try to write important things down so I can recollect after. And yeah, Corinne's Life actually puts a lot of thought into her thumbnails and things like that, right? So this is something that she's done that has brought some success, these 4-in-1 types of thumbnails. So I'll give away her secret there. But she always wants to help everybody as well. She actually does some graphic design work for other creators also. Shorts videos are starting to get into the thousands of views. Well, they have been for a long time. But one of them's popped over 77,000, which is great. Live streams are something that's frequent. Sometimes it's just hanging out, like a Q&A type thing. Sometimes she's working, letting us watch. And she happens to be a small business owner. So she prints everything from hats to shirts to mugs like the one one that I'm holding in my hand right now. And vinyl stickers, Christmas ornaments, just about anything that can be printed. So she also gives us a behind-the-scenes look at how this merchandise is made, and then we can use this channel and Corinne's life herself as a resource when it comes to thinking about merchandise for our own channels and videos, or our own channels and businesses, rather. Oh, I do, Peter Dell. Yeah, so I get these notebooks. What do they have, 250 pages in them or whatever? Most of it is 1 page per day. So I just write the date at the top of the page, and then, you know, whatever goes on in the day, or reminding myself of things I have to do. You'd be surprised how many times I've forgotten things. ScratchingPPA's had to notice when I've missed, like, social media posts and things like that. Lately, I've been putting them out. This week, I've been putting them out an hour after the stream starts, because the beginning of Superchat is so overwhelming. Right? There are always like somewhere between 20 and 30 and sometimes even maybe 40 channels by the time the thing gets started in the first 5, 10, 15 minutes, right? And it gets overwhelming because we're, you know, saying hello to everybody, putting channels on the wheel. So what I've done now is put the social media posts after, so people will get a Twitter notification an hour later, or a Facebook notification a little bit later. Once your channel's established and you have strong live streams that are going, like similar to this, we know when we go live, there's going to be 20, 30, 40, or if we're lucky, 50 people at a time. There's always 100 channels that come through as a minimum, but once you get around that point, you can start really playing around with that stuff. You can put the brakes on. You can, like, decide when you want it to be busy, if that makes sense, right? Some creators do lengthy live streams. If you go for a few hours, you got things like giveaways and you want a lot of people there at the time, you can start the live stream, set your social media post to go out right before you want to do the giveaway. You can set it all in advance, right? And that kind of thing as well, if that makes any sense. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Kat Lynn is up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. I think Travel or Bust and M&T Living and Cooking might not still be in the chat. Maybe I'll pull these numbers down if they're not here. I'd like to get them there, but if we get them to 1,000 now, it's very possible that they're going to lose it and have to get it back. Together We Travel. Let's see if you're still here. Looks like they are. Together We Travel, first of all, is out supporting other creators all the time, but they're here for lengthy periods of time when they're here as well, and I really do appreciate that. I don't think Coffee Walks and Whatever is here. We got another brand new channel in the chat. Movies Time, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Lena Doyle Crafting, I meant to put your name on the wheel. I was copying and pasting there. So I got Together We Travel and Lena Doyle Crafting on there right now. Kat Lynn is up, and if everybody would like, in about 20 minutes, I'll do a quick tutorial, or let's say 15 minutes. I'll do a quick tutorial about ChatGPT. I'll show you how I use it, so that you can see what the hype is if you haven't already tried using it, and how you might also be able to use it to help with your descriptions, titles, and things like that in your YouTube videos, or other AI services that are like that, like Jasper and others. Kat Lynn is here with 483 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 they're thinking about. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they're bringing us, I believe, Oracle readings more than anything else, right? Oracle readings with Kat Lynn. When we look at the About page, we can get a better idea, and they've been doing card reading for a long time. So it's great that they want to share this. But they give you the story on their About page. Forgive me, it's lengthy, so I'm not going to read it. But when we look at their Shorts videos, I want to see how these are doing. These have gotten into well over 1,000 views now, so
Pardon me. Hopefully that will continue. And then live streams are something that they're doing as well. So these look like they're happening almost once a week. Hopefully that will continue. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. And I will look forward to some more videos. But I've just taken your latest video from today and put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Pardon me, my voice is wearing out again. Roadhog is here. We'll see what this creator's got going on. One of the things you might notice is when you're live streaming, when you're talking, let's say passionately, you might find yourself yelling. Me and a lot of my friends have the same thing going on where the volume is just, sometimes I'm screaming through the house. I don't mean to do it. You have to catch yourself, right? Because you're kind of projecting. You're trying to like get your voice into the mic, not realizing even when you talk quietly, everybody can hear you just fine. But I think I've been yelling today. Roadhog is here with 371 subscribers. This creator has an interesting line on their about page. So they say everything in their videos was found in the trash. What they mean is that they're refurbishing and bringing new life to things that otherwise might have been passed on. And you can see that their shorts videos are getting close to a couple thousand views, which is great. There could be a story to be told on the channel as well. Excuse me, in the videos that they've got. And then they're obviously bringing us a lot of outdoor content more than anything else. I'm going to take another video from this channel because this looks a little bit different. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. And playlists can be a great tool to keep caught up with creators. I use them for that reason. Is Trippin' with Dre and Michelle in the house? You might be right. Together we travel. Oh, forgive me. Trippin' with Dre and Michelle. I don't know how I missed you, but thank you for being here. Like I said, I make as many mistakes as anybody, but I also like to make the mistake of doing something twice, more than not doing it if I can. Frank Terzo's coming up right now. They've been on the wheel a while. I'm not sure if they're still here, but that's okay. Call Me V, fellow Canadian, is in the house. Good to see you here. And Frank Terzo's a channel we're still getting to know. And thank you again for that. Together we travel. Scrow's Nest, I'm going to get you on the wheel as well. And then Frank Terzo now has over 1,100 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,200 they're going to be thinking about. And then for any members, by the way, pardon me, if you come into the chat, members are always supposed to be added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But as often as anything else, I make mistakes, and I don't want to overlook them. But if you notice that I overlooked that, if you're here, supposed to be on the wheel, and I haven't done it, please don't be shy to give me a nudge or let the moderators know, and we'll make sure we get you on, because I absolutely want to make good on that promise. Kid Wonders, Life of Wonder. Caught him for a live stream yesterday too, right? I think it was yesterday. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder has been a friend of over 3.5 years as well. He is one of the very first creators I was introduced to in the small YouTuber community. And that is 3.5 years ago or so. I'd already been on YouTube for a couple of years, but I was overwhelmed by the generosity of a lot of creators. And Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder has been incredibly supportive. I've got him on the wheel. He happens to be a gold member, so we'll see his link dropped every 30 minutes or so as well. Outgoing Azzy, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Frank Terzo, somebody I'm still getting to know. And then they want to inspire others, as they say on their channel. And they're talking about heading in the recording studio and getting a few things done in their in the idea of music. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of what they've got and learning more about the channel. They've got a few shorts videos, and some of these are approaching 1,000 views, which is great. And then in their videos, I'm going to take your latest one, and I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. I know it's very short, but then hopefully I'll catch some more videos shortly as well. And Frank Terzo is actually somebody who's been with us frequently lately. I'm not sure if they're still here. They were here at the beginning of the stream. Pardon me, will spin. Lena Doyle Crafting will be celebrating a birthday on the 28th, so about 3 weeks from now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel for today.
And this is another channel I'm still getting to know. 234 subscribers. They tell us they're going to bring us embroidery, sewing, vinyl, and painting. So a lot of crafty type things on this channel. Retired school bus driver. And they will be bringing us that variety in crafty types of things. Looks like some conversation to be had here. An unboxing. So live streams are something we can expect from the channel. 755 Media is somebody, I forget if they've been in here, but I see them out supporting others all the time. Mutual friend there. And then their shorts are getting into over 2,000 views now, which is great. Videos are, I think, somewhat frequent, but hopefully they'll pick that back up. It's been a little bit over a month by the look of it. I'm just going to put the latest video on my catch-up list there so I can keep caught up. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Your anniversary is today. Call me V, your YouTube anniversary, which is great. I'm hoping that the plan is still for Call Me V to come around the area. They were going to meet up possibly with Hope Bus, and I was going to interfere with that meetup as well if they're going to do that. Hopefully that's still on the agenda now that we're in May. But that's really cool. And that's something that comes up as well. In your YouTube studio, you'll get a notification from YouTube that you are your anniversary for your channel has come up. But a lot of creators, I'm sure, keep track as well. The Stock Explorer is up here right now. I just took the numbers off the screen because I think those creators are not here. And the push for the 1,000 works best when the creators are in the chat. If other creators are just connecting with them, it's possible they'll lose those. But we know that those creators will probably have 1,000 by the time we see them on Saturday or Sunday. Pardon me. And then, oh, that's cool. Call Me V. Yes, hopefully. Niagara's beautiful, so I know you know that, but you'll enjoy it the next time you're there, and I will try to meet up with you, of course. 2 years, which is great. And Call Me V's she's an unbelievably energetic creator as well. For anybody that hasn't connected with her, a fellow Canadian, obviously not too far from me, but she's got a lot of StreamYard panels. And she is always energetic and welcoming and warm on her channel, of course. You can meet more friends and family members there. The Stock Explorer will allow the same thing. They're here as a member and a moderator. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have separate channels and they all do different things, but one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, you'll be able to meet more friends and family members when you visit any of their premieres or live streams. Now, the Stock Explorer brings us stock markets and crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. And that is through video shorts and live streams. They often have product in hand, and sometimes they have charts and graphs for us to see as well. Lots of friendly conversation. StreamYard panels are frequent here. The conversation can go anywhere once that gets started, but I've even joined them on their channel for a dedicated YouTube discussion a couple of months ago. Shorts videos are something they're bringing random content with, but we can see that they are pushing through the 3,000 views now, so that will likely continue. And then videos, there's a lot of stock information here, but they bring us beginner tutorials and advanced topics and everything in between as well. And then Call Me V's just saying a friend of mine is a friend of any friend of mine is a friend of yours. Yes, of course. Call Me V's got a lot of familiar faces in her audience on her channel and the StreamYard panels and things like that when I've been lucky to get over there many times. Tropical Buzz has 210 subscribers right now. This is a second channel from Nora, the Stock Explorer. And they happen to be in Florida, but this is where they intend on educating us about plant life, some of which is already there. Some they will intend on growing themselves. and it's growing season now, so hopefully we'll see some new content from this creator on this channel. But they are incredibly supportive on both of the channels, and with both channels you'll find them in your premieres and live streams after you connect with them. They take great interest in the well-being of friends and their YouTube journeys. They are always fusing friendships together. I talk to the Stock Explorer now frequently, just about every day actually, and they are always very excited. They're the newest member of our moderator squad here, even though that was quite some time ago. And like I keep saying, all of our moderators are dear friends of each other as well. Trippin' with Dre and Michelle is up right now. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up here for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time. Okay, I'm going to start trying to move it through these channels. Trippin' with Dre and Michelle is going to bring us travel more than anything else, with cruising at the forefront of the channel. I'm going to take this video from a month ago because it's in your featured position here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Now, that's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. But Trippin' with Dre and Michelle is a fairly new channel in the Superchat family. So a channel I'm still getting to know, but YouTube gives us a lot of opportunity to dress up our front page the way we like. And they've done a great job. Lots of playlists here, their shorts videos, past live streams, and having this video in the featured position. So I'm going to put this one specifically in my plan to catch up. Now, their shorts videos are getting close to 1,000 views, which is great. Hopefully that will continue. I'm sure it will. Live streams are somewhat frequent, so they seem to be doing these at least once a week. Looks like more like almost twice a week now. And StreamYard panels with some familiar faces there, and they'll likely introduce us to some more creators. They're working on 3,300 subscribers, which is great, active on the other social networks, and from Michigan, so not too far from us here at all either, possibly not much more than 4 or 5 hours away. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen, and we will see who's coming up next. The J. Jordan. When you join this channel, he'll often say that his channel is really meant to promote others, but he's on all day. He posts every single day, videos, shorts, live streams. If he's not on his own channel, he's on somebody else's channel. Lots of fitness videos, and these are, especially in the shorts, you're going to see where a lot of success is coming for this channel. His videos are now getting into well over 10,000 views, into 20,000 on these shorts. Live streams, like I said, almost, well, actually I guess he's calmed it down, but looks like every day or close to it. Videos seems to be every day, sometimes multiple times a day. You see that? I'm going to take the latest one and put this into my catch-up list. Now, this creator's either bringing us fitness or music. Once in a while, they take us outdoors. We've gone to them with them to a bowling alley several times. They're on other people's channels constantly, on StreamYard panels generously, sharing content as well. And now working on 2,600 subscribers. Philip Lemon, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly to say hello or drop a thumbs up or run the stream in the background. And let's get Together We Travel up onto the screen here, and we'll see what they've got going on. Together We Travel is another channel I run into constantly supporting others, and I put so much focus on that because I'm so happy to be seeing creators supporting each other. You know, the friendships that are built, the support that's being given, everybody's channel's growing, the live streams and premieres getting busier and busier everywhere I go. And this has been going on a long time, but Together We Travel, right away after coming into the Superchat family, I see them everywhere. 592 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that 600. We know they're thinking about it. I'm going to look at their shorts videos and see how these are doing. A couple of these, look at the shots they got on these, which is really cool, right? I'm sure vacation videos people are always happy to see anyway, but what a couple of really great shots in those shorts videos. But you can tell because they're starting to get into the thousands of views, right? And then live streams are something that they'll likely keep up with. They were doing this frequently a while back. Hopefully they'll start those up again, but we'll see. Lots of playlists on the channel for us to enjoy as well. So travel as well as cruising more than anything else. So let's spin the wheel. I know we've had a few new channels come through Tuber Chat today, and the best success here is always found in making the first move, reaching out to other creators and supporting them first. Our instructions are always in our video description for how to connect the right way, because a lot of creators here will say hello and start a conversation, but they won't connect with a brand new channel until they get to know you a little bit. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder has been a dear friend of over 3.5 years. He's been here since the beginning of Tuber Chat. And what I'm talking about is 3 years ago, 566 episodes ago. This creator was so unbelievably supportive to me personally and to us in starting Tuber Chat that he was the very first creator to be selected out of the Tuber Chat family to be featured on episode number 2 of Tuber Chat, and his other channels have been featured as well. He's here with us frequently, happens to be a gold member. We see his channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and his link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. He brings pure variety and a chance to really get to know him in live streams, shorts, and videos. His shorts videos are now getting into, well, a couple have been to well over 1,000 views, one of them almost at 3, and one over 13,000, which is great. Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream is just a second of about 4 or 5 channels that this creator has now, also monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He brings video gameplay here, but I've even collaborated with him on his channel. We played that pool game together. Michael's Adventures is in the house as a beloved and dedicated moderator, and we've got him on the wheel. Let's spin the wheel right now. He just got in from work, but like I said earlier in the stream, he always sends his regards on the day that he's working if he can't be here, but he's with us as often as he can be. And again, another moderator, so dear friends of mine, and they're all dear friends of each other. I hope you'll connect with all of our moderators. Pardon me, I'm struggling. It's just that thing I'm getting over from a couple of weeks ago. It just lingers for some reason. So Natalie Nicole's ASMR is here. We know ASMR is a huge category on YouTube. Here they're going to mix up the visuals and the audio to bring us different content. They've been a friend a long time. And with 286 subscribers, we'd love to push them towards the 300, pardon me, that they're thinking about. And they'll give us a bit of a story on their About page, but they are out supporting other creators all the time. They're here with us frequently in Tuber Chat. When we get into their shorts videos, we see that these are starting to approach 3,000 views as well, and then live streams are something that they might pick up at some point also. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen in a second. Yeah, well, here I'm at work today. And my allergies do get to me. I have to try to remember to take allergy medicine almost every day when I'm home. And then when I work, today of all things, we're out with leaf blowers and stuff. But I work in construction, so it's all concrete dust and asphalt, horrible smell and everything else. So I try to do what I can to not inhale more than a reasonable amount, if there is such a thing. But we're back to that now, too. Jeremy D-Day's in the house, not to mention, I think I've been yelling the last 2.5 hours. The room that I'm in when I stream at work, or where I work, is the sound is suppressed. It almost sounds soundproofed, even though it's not. But the problem is I feel myself yelling when I do that. Oh, I'm fine now, popping the popcorn. Thank you for that. I just was under the weather for a couple of days, but my voice disappeared for a week and a half. And it's still not 100%. Jeremy D-Day, 673 subscribers. This is another creator that I've been connected to for about as long as Kid Wonder. Jeremy D-Day is a second channel from JD Knight 7, and this creator's been connected to me for over 3.5 years as well. Now, he brings pure variety on his channel. Some of it is product reviews, and then he's got a second channel as well, or first channel, I should say. Now here, he's got 673 subscribers, but on JD Knight 7, he's approaching 7,000. So I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. He's doing a lot of reviews lately, mostly music for the most part, but he does mix up a lot of variety. I'm just going to take the latest video here, put it in my catch-up list as well, and we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And then Michael's Adventures, you know, I think he does an average of 20,000 steps a day. I've started to realize 10,000 steps for me, even when I manage to do it, isn't doing anything. So I got to get really moving here. It's not just about eating healthy. It's about getting a lot of serious exercise. Michael's Adventures is somebody who brings us literally thousands of videos. 3,000 videos on the channel, if you can believe it. Now, when we get into the content, I'm behind on a couple videos here, but I always catch up. He posts every single day, so I find myself after a week or two usually catching up. But he brings wildlife more than anything else. And that can be raccoons, deer, foxes, bird watching, just about anything actually. And then sometimes he takes us for a walk around or a look at different places. They don't have to be abandoned places or graveyards or cemeteries, but those are included. Sometimes he'll take us for a story to be told on a trip or a vacation. Type of video, and then sometimes he's given us a look around his area. But you can see he posts like every single day, and he is also bringing a bit of variety in shorts. Now, there's a lot of lottery ticket scratching here. One of these passed 6,200 views, which is great. But he also might be playing a slot game on a tablet, and a small bit more variety on the channel as well. Now, he's a beloved and dedicated moderator here, but somebody who also reaches out with over-the-top generosity to support other creators. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists, he'll be willing to do that. Anybody can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Scrow's Nest is coming up, and we'll see what they've got going on their channel for today. As promised, I'm going to talk about ChatGPT in a moment, and I'm going to show you how I've been using it. So Scrow's Nest is here with 619 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 700 that they're thinking about. They've got some shorts here front and center, but it's interesting the way they put it on the banner. I can't help but chuckle every time I see it. But they say spending their children's inheritance one cruise at a time. And you have to laugh when you see that. We look at the shorts videos and we see that a lot of these are getting close to 2,000 views. One of them's over 5,400, which is great. That will likely continue. I'm looking forward to even more travel content and cruising content here. I've got a notification on for a premiere. They're going to drop that tomorrow, so we know there'll be fresh content on the channel. Scrow's Nest is here with us just about every single day, and I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well, so I'm always happy to see that. Now, hopefully, everybody is happy to see what I'm going to show today. If you wanted to mark it down, it's at the end of episode 567. But what I'm going to talk about now is ChatGPT. And forgive the self-promotion, because I usually don't bother putting my channel up on the screen to show you what I'm doing, but I just want to show you the last live stream that I did, because I specifically did something so I could show everybody here. And the truth is, I did it so I could test it out, but also so that I could show everybody here exactly what I did. Now, I live in Niagara Falls, Canada, which is a gorgeous area. I'm very lucky to be very close to there. I can walk around, do live streams all the time. ChatGPT is something that's free. Even though the company is called OpenAI, it's very important to notice that it is not open source. All the things we talk about when we talk about things being open are not true when it comes to this particular thing. So just be aware of that. It's a commercial company. Pardon me, because I had to log in there. I'm usually logged in, but I guess it logs you out after a couple of weeks or something like that. So this is the last search that I did. It keeps all your searches. And keep in mind, I run different channels, not just my own, so I'm constantly using this for other things. So look at what I did here. I asked ChatGPT what happens. Actually, maybe what I should do, I'll start a new one. We'll go back to what I did. What you want to do here, if you're thinking about using ChatGPT or another AI tool for your YouTube channel, you have to consider the input that you're giving the system, because it's a computer, right? And it's trying to learn, but you might say, like, you know, tell me about Niagara Falls, but it doesn't understand quite exactly what you want. There's a very big difference between saying, write me a description of Niagara Falls, or what I found to be the best way is to say, write me a 3-minute speech about Niagara Falls. Speech seems to work for me better than script. But if I type in right now, let's just say, like, Popping the Popcorn does movie reviews, right? So let's just say, I don't know what's the most popular movie of all time, but let's just say, you know, write 3-minute speech about Star Wars. Look at what is happening. It looks like it's happening in real time, but it's literally writing out for you what would be possibly a great example of a description if you were, let's say, reciting over a video. So if you had a bunch of footage and you just wanted to talk over it, speech works out better than script, in my opinion. But that's an example. So this is how ChatGPT works, right? And then I'll show you how I was using it for this particular live stream. You'll see the title that I used here, Experience the Wonder of Spring in Niagara Falls, Canada. Now what I did was I asked, oh, if it's going to work, please work. Here it is. I asked ChatGPT, write several potential keyword-rich titles for Niagara Falls under 100 characters. Now I could skip the YouTube thing here because I'm specifically, like, you know, I'll just retype it 100 times if I need to, being very fast. But look at the different things that they've given us. Unforgettable views, Niagara Falls. Discover the majesty of Niagara Falls. Now I just took the first one. Experience the wonder, but I added my own thing. Experience the wonder of spring in Niagara Falls, Canada, because that's where we are right now. And that's what I used in this title. Now you'll notice that this is a live stream. I promise you it didn't get any more viewers while it was running than anything else I've done. I haven't done a stream in months, and there's usually not more than 10, maybe 20 people. I think this one peaked out at 21 people watching at some point. The channel has 9,800 subscribers, but a lot of those were gained from newsworthy content from people who don't care about Niagara Falls, so I don't expect them to be there. But this live stream has already done better than some when I go out and do a simple live stream like this, because you might get 100 views by the time the stream is over if you've got 10 or 20 people watching for an hour, right? What I find is you get about 1 view for every 5 minutes that somebody's there. That's not set in stone. That's my own estimate based on the experimentation that I've done. But for an hour, this live stream did, I think, 108 views or something like that. Now has 247. So wow, another 100 and something after it ended, because I don't get a lot of replays on live streams. You know, it's up to everybody here to decide how many they get or know how many they get on their channel. But I just asked ChatGPT to give me several potential keyword-rich titles, right? And it just happened to be for Niagara Falls. I didn't say a video of Niagara Falls, but you get what I mean. And it gave me a bunch of inspiration here. So you could have taken any of these, and of course, like everything else in the YouTube studio, you're able to change the title, the description, the tags over and over and over and over again. So you could use some of the words you see here as keywords,
or use it as inspiration and test out different titles. So I might change the title for another one, let it go for a couple days, see if I pick up a few more views. Right before I did that, I asked ChatGPT, write a lengthy, keyword-rich description of Niagara Falls, Canada. This was meant to be used as the description of the video. The idea of the description here was not to say, today I'm walking around Niagara Falls, join me for a beautiful view of one of the nature, wonder and all this stuff. It's to get keywords in there to hopefully hit the algorithm, because it is a Niagara Falls live stream, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm getting as much as possible. And ChatGPT is drawing from all kinds of different things, but writing in almost perfect human language, right? You can almost add humorous to it, and it will change the tone of what your of the output, if that makes sense. But you see the size of this description, and if you were to look, you would see that it is, in this case, verbatim. Now, what I've usually said here in Superchat is that you want to take inspiration from ChatGPT. You want to go in and edit things, make it yours, change things around, check for grammar and spelling mistakes, even though there are not many. But you want to just look for that, right? And this is an idea. But I can tell you right now, by the smallest margin, this live stream has performed better than I expected it would. We have to go into the analytics to find out why, but it's only been a couple of days, and the analytics may not have settled yet. This was done Monday morning. It's just barely Wednesday night now, so I got to give it a few days. Maybe we'll talk about this again on Sunday if we remember or if we think about it. But I just wanted to show everybody how I'm using this. For instance, like there's a video that I did not too long ago, an NES Classic. So I would have typed in a few things for that. A Sega Genesis that I did a review of. I wanted to know some of the games, right, that are popular here. More description, you'll probably find that. Mostly copy and paste that are close to it. And then for other channels that I run some other stuff as well. I Want to Know is in the house. Forgive me, Glorious Platter. I see you there as well. Get to the Farm is here. I Want to Know, we'll see what they've got going on their channel for today. They happen to be a member. I would have put them on the wheel. I Want to Know is going to talk to us about all the unexplained. They've changed up their channel here a little bit. Lots of playlists, which is cool. New video, so I'm going to put this one into my catch-up list. I think I caught them for, did I catch you for this premiere? I think it was. And then shorts videos, they've got a couple of as well, so hopefully that will continue. 357 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Yeah, big dude, you can pretty much ask ChatGPT or the other AI systems anything. If you don't like what it gives you the first time, you can just ask it something else, right? And then, forgive me if I've missed any questions in the chat. If anybody has anything that they wanted to ask or something that I missed that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again. I'm going to show us one more channel here, Get to the Farm, because this is another married couple that have separate channels and support each other wholeheartedly, as you can see. Get to the Farm's put out a few videos. My goodness, I can't believe how behind I am. I'm just taking the latest video, putting this in my catch-up list. They've reached out as somebody who's very interested in helping others connect as well. So you'll meet more friends and family members when you're here for premieres or live streams. They might pick up live streams again sometime in the near future. And then shorts videos, they've got a couple of these as well. So hopefully that continues, because they've done well with the first couple. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And then, yeah, ChatGPT is helpful. Now, again, I just want to tell everybody, more than anything else, you want to use it for inspiration, because depending on exactly how you phrase the questions that you ask or the feedback that you're looking for, it can come back with different things, and it might not be exactly what you want. But if you experiment with it for a while, you'll find that it's very helpful. And I find that using those words, write a lengthy, keyword-rich description, usually brings out something a little bit better than not. So yeah, speech, voice over essay. Speech, voiceover, or essay. That makes sense. Get to the Farm. Yeah, speech is something that I've used mostly. And I use this on different channels as well. not just my own. So, you know, I know there's a lot of controversy out there. It's like every other fairly new thing, right? When digital cameras came out, I'm sure all the film people freaked out. When cassette tapes came out, they thought that's the end of the music industry. Bank tellers, when I was a kid, they said, oh, they're going to have ATM machines and all the tellers aren't going to have jobs. But that's not true. Things changed. Now there's different jobs. Not necessarily more or less. Based on population, it's all relative. Same thing goes for AI. People will say, like, oh, we're not going to need writers anymore. Yes, we are. And we're not going to need artists anymore. Yes, we are. Because it will be valued differently now when somebody can actually create, as opposed to somebody like me who relies on technical tools to be able to get the job done. The other thing you want to think about as well, and forgive my long speech, and thank you to the moderators. I know I'm going overtime here. I didn't mean to. But this is just a thought more than anything else. And thank you, Airborne Vlogs, for being here. When you think about the idea of, well, you know, Kevin's using ChatGPT to do his descriptions. If he wasn't going to write it himself, maybe he should have hired a writer. Okay, I was never going to hire a writer. It was never going to happen. I promise you that. Because I can write well enough in my own opinion that I could have sat there and write it. What it's doing is saving me time. So the idea behind, like, oh, we're not going to need artists because people are going to use AI tools to make art. Okay, that's not true, because at some point, the people who pay for things like that, whether it's professional or whether it's something that, you know, has to do with their belief system or, you know, whatever else they're doing, the people who hire artists are still going to hire artists. Things are just going to be a little bit different. Same thing with the bank tellers. Some people still prefer to go into the bank. And we're talking 40 years later or 35 years later, whatever it is, right? So I'm not saying I'm right, even though, of course, I think I am. But it's just an idea. You know, I just don't want anybody to get stressed out by the conversations that happen over these AI tools and things. The other thing you want to think about is, technically, when we think about all these different online services, which side do you want to be on? Do you want to be on the creating and using side, or do you want to be on the consuming side? There's nothing wrong with either of them, but you want to make your own decision, right? Same thing goes for YouTube. There are people who are on the consuming side, almost 2 billion of them, and there are people on the creating side, apparently 50 million. But it's a far smaller number, you understand, right? So anyway, these are just ideas, but I did want to talk about it for a quick second because I am using it, and it can be very helpful for inspiration, if nothing else. I did want to do an experiment where I literally copied and pasted. Michael's Adventures will be with us on Saturday and Sunday, which is great. I'm expecting to be Saturday, probably mid-afternoon. We'll see. I haven't posted that stream yet. Sunday is Mother's Day in Canada, and I believe in the United States as well, so I'll have family obligations, but I will try to do a late live stream that day, but that's the expectation. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Get to the farm. Yeah, Shutterstock's a popular stock service. I've used them before they became priced the way that they are now. I want to say that politically correctly. Used to be far more inexpensive over there. But they, you know, things, there are different stock companies that bring us footage or imagery or graphics. There's some sites that do it for free. There's some sites that do it for inexpensive prices, and then there's companies like Getty Images now that you can start paying $500 or $700 an image and things like that. Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that are in the Tuber Chat family and beyond. So that's coming up. And then Saturday and Sunday is the expectation. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. I just wanted to show everybody that ChatGPT. We can talk about it again almost any time. We do bite-sized information and tutorials like this once in a while. But I'm happy to share, especially experiments with everybody. And we'll see everybody again soon. So thanks, everyone. And hopefully Saturday will be the next time we see everyone. Bye-bye.